I don't think it's gonna.
I can play. I'm happy to play. Oh no! Oh, what have I done?
You could just do the. You could just not do any of the missions in LA Noire and just do the racing part.
Oh.
The racist part?
Yeah, also the racist parts.
It was the black one.
What? Why am I stretched?
Wait, why can you see it? Oh, I forgot I was still screen sharing.
I can't see the screen share. It doesn't let me. Oh, there I am.
Look how screwed up this looks. I can't do anything about it until we fucking 10 plus 2 ass
No,
game.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
How about we just have a giant picture of Mark, just like in the background.
Oh, you have
Just like
Battlefront 2
Hang on, I'm gonna
and
stop.
Bounty Hunter. Wow.
I'm gonna stop stream sharing for a second. Is it working at all?
Yeah, I can
we
see
see-
the. I think I can see the games.
I think
but-
my capture is just fucking black for some reason.
Yeah, it shows like the game window, but
It's called diversity. It's
Shut-
called diversity.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Is it because it's full screen and it needs to be windowed?
Yeah, normally.
Oh, I'm gonna.
If you bring the, if you start the, what's it called? The window might help? Question mark. I don't really know.
How about you
Just run
suck
everything
my
Windows.
dick?
Just there it goes. I can see. Can see the game.
Suck my floppy peen.
Can't wait till he starts talking about tantric interdimensional sex.
Nope, it's still fucked up. It's still fucked up.
Cole, you can't just say those things just out of the blue without
Has
context.
Cole? Is Cole just in his own video right now?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's just doing his own
Cole's
thing
magic
right now.
power.
Fuck this. I can't fucking get this
We
to
need
work.
to
I'm
knock
gonna kill
Cole down a
myself.
page or two. I can distract him for a quick second until we get the video running. I could send the image to him as punishment.
What have I done? What have I done? Oh, what have I done?
Editor, make it so that like he's doing a even worse job at it.
Cheers, Nick!
By the way, can we appreciate that I have a tab, a bookmark tab titled "Buys When Money"?
Editor, zoom in.
Right.
Now zoom out. Now, editor, I want you to flip the video vertically and have that be the entire video normally.
Thank
Stop,
you.
though. Stop, Giga Bugga Bugga.
There's dogs barking in the street. Fucking hell.
Over the last few thousand years, we have warped our own history. Our stories of the past have been changed, altered, mistranslated, and completely been misunderstood as we rounded the curve on the precession of the equinox. Modern views of our history account for many things, but completely dismiss many of the precession of the equinox. Modern views of
extended.
Actual image of Cole reading the Bible right here.
Cole,
You gotta go.
And this
back,
is me.
actually.
This is me reading the Bible right here.
Cole is...
No, I only just discovered the stick. Let's be fair here. I only just discovered the stick.
I only just figured out what the stick is, guys.
our history account for
I call the baboon. I call the bonobo at the end, at the beginning.
Fine. Can I be? Can I be?
Can we just appreciate? We just appreciate how funky the walk is on the one that's like second to the left.
Oh,
Like,
the
he's not even,
sexy
like,
man
not
with
cute.
a
He's just,
mustache
like-
and
Why
everything.
does-
No.
His name is
Second
just
to the left.
Linus
To the left.
Bilford.
Oh,
Why?
The second. That's all. Go 2 more. Go 2 more to the left.
What? Why does Why does the second to the right look like Machete?
he's the sexy one. He has a
What?
mustache.
Why does he have a big old mustache?
Because he's gonna give mustache rides.
Dude, where did he get this image?
many things,
Want
but
this
completely
image
dismiss
as
many
a
very important
poster on my
pieces in the
wall.
puzzle. For example, the pyramids of Giza. There is no modern theory that accounts for how these could have been made. Individually, each block cannot be pulled even with 50 men pulling it, let alone drag it for hundreds of miles and then stack them on top of each other 450 feet in the air, in such a precise way that even modern technology can't achieve. Not to mention having it lined up precisely with both
technology.
a gold ring and
Imagine
spiral.
if they could simply just put logs under it. Imagine how impossible that is. Putting logs under it.
Okay.
Wheels.
Okay, genius.
Wheels are-
Where'd they get the logs from? Huh? Did they ever think about
Yeah,
that?
desert.
From trees.
Nuh-uh.
No. There's no trees in Egypt. Them
Yeah,
cars,
it's
Mark.
desert.
Poured them in.
You know, listen. This is how they actually carried all the rocks. You see, they tied hundreds of like buzzards and had them carry it like flying monkeys. That's how they did it.
Fish, fair warning, we're recording.
Sure
Leaving
gotta-
out, you're obviously forgetting about the obvious. They just use Nephilim.
That is true. That
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I'm hitting play.
Can be a primary
Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein
yeah.
is good for Lynch.
I was at the fair yesterday and I won a gold Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, so wait.
He's
I
in a
went on
bowl
the
right now.
I went on the Jeffrey Epstein diet for Lent.
Okay, wait. Can we please get a blown mic version of Jeffrey Epstein from Mark, please? Just blow your mic out and say it.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Fantastic. Great. All right, that's
clip.
clipped.
That'll be what we use. That'll be the sample. That'll be the clip we use.
That's amazing. That was beautiful.
If
I'm
it is
in
funny,
play.
just
Also, anytime we say the word Jeffrey Epstein, zoom the screen in like 1 pixel.
Nope.
Okay, I'm fucking hitting play. I'm hitting play.
Total point of every sacred site on the planet. And that's just one example. Our history is not what we think. Many things that we've been led to believe to be true simply is not. This has got to be the biggest. The field of archaeology recently saw some monumental discoveries that are rocking the foundation of what we think we know about ourselves. Many ancient cities such as Babylon, Erech, and Akkad that were written about in the Bible and other ancient texts were always thought to be myths because no one could prove they existed. Then, one of them was found. This led to finding another, and then another. Inside one of these cities, archaeologists found thousands of cylindrical clay tablets hidden deep within the earth under this ancient city. The tablets were completely covered in text, written in cuneiform, and tell an ancient story that spans back over hundreds of thousands of years on this planet, describing the history of the earth and the origins of the human race in great detail.
Someone's fetish.
I don't understand.
Earth-chan, suckle on this.
Wait, what was somebody's fetish? I wasn't looking.
Completely covered in text, written in cuneiform, and tell an ancient story that spans back over hundreds of thousands of years on this planet, describing the history of the earth and the origins of the human race in great detail.
But the moon doesn't have a pacifier. Why?
Because the moon is
Why
older
doesn't
than
the
the
moon-
earth, obviously.
The moon's a
Because the
40-year-old
moon has a
man.
cuckold fetish, and the moon is in the sneako chair.
Editor, put a
Put Sneeko in the chair. Editor, put Sneeko in the chair.
Editor, turn the moon into Innuendo Studios.
Editor, put Ben Shapiro in the chair.
Let's put Sneako's face on the moon, on like a picture of the moon.
Can you, editor, could you take all these robot-looking people and make each one of them look like a
Alrighty
big
then.
princess?
Look at this dude.
Give them all "I stand with Andrew Tate" t-shirts. Please. Please. And then we'll sell that as merch.
Detail. Now, the first thing we all want to do is just say that they were making things up. They didn't know the history of Earth, and they were simply creating tales to explain where they came from. However,
Yup! Ends video.
if this was true, how can we explain how they knew so many things about the universe that would seem impossible to know? Not only did the Dogons know all about the distant planets in the solar system, but so did the Sumerians. They described them all in great detail in these Sumerian records. They also knew about the precession of the equinox. That's a tough one for a historian to understand.
It's not. This isn't like weird for a like. Does this guy think that like it's either the ancient races knew everything about everything about the solar system and exactly how it was created, or they're absolute retards? Like there's no in between.
Yeah. I mean, I do believe that before the flood, humanity was probably a bit more advanced than we probably give them credit for. Absolutely. But it's not like they were super geniuses interdimensionally traveling either.
Listen, we have to understand that we were a much more advanced society before the Finnish-Korean hyperwar.
I really thought you were going to say before the Filipinos. Yeah. I really thought you were going to say before the Filipinos.
The Filipino-Korean hyperwar was a different war. Very
before
small
the Fishipinos.
Remember, you said fish, so we have to.
I know that was the joke, bud. That was the joke. Thank you.
Dan, because it takes over 2,000 years of continuous observation to actually learn that the Earth has a wobble. The Sumerians had this information from day one of their civilization.
They had it from day one, guys. The very first day that the Sumerians had a civilization, they knew.
The founder.
This guy's stupid. This guy's stupid? I think this guy might be stupid.
A man named Zacharias Sitchin spent a long time transcribing these texts and had put them all together in his books. But many others have also done the same, and the interpretations are always very similar. Not only that, but Thoth has also...
What?
That's just spirit science right now.
I'm the one with the telescope, by the way.
I can't screenshot while streaming. I'm pissed. Somebody get that for me. Somebody put that in the chat for. I'm so pissed off that I can't screenshot while streaming.
Wait. Let me.
Editor, replace this image. Slowly replace this image with that Gorillaz album.
Wow, what a reference! Do I need to stay on the image longer just for the editor to be able to do that?
You know the album.
Many others have also done,
right? Yeah.
Yes, we know the album.
Got it.
Thanks, buddy.
Got it.
The same, and the interpretations are always very similar. Not only that, but Thoth has also shared information about this with us, and his account matches the Sumerian records. Adamus and other channelings discuss it as well. If you see all of these records and sources, there is a huge connection between the stories. Now, this story spans back hundreds of thousands of years into our past. It talks about Tiamat and Nibiru, the Nephilim, seeding the human race, Adam and Eve, and the children of Lemuria. This portion of the story is really interesting, but not the most crucial to know. We're not going to be covering this at this time. We are, however, going to be picking up the story at the end of Lemuria, and discussing the events of Atlantis up to present.
Oh, there's Yoshi.
Is this guy high when he makes these?
No.
Wait, his brain is literally fried on DMT. What do you think?
Day. What I'm going to tell you is a mix of what these records say, along with what Thoth has told us for some finer details. Please have your own experience.
Next time we do a spirit science video, we need to get high on DMT. That's what
I'm already drunk, so.
I'm not drinking. Okay, I don't know about that, man.
I'm pretty sure if I did DMT once, the demons would rip apart my very being all at once.
You would be spiritually raped or something.
I'd then have to pull the spiritual butt plug anchor out of me. I'd have to send Odin down to do that, you know? And I'd have to write Odin the jack-off list.
The little runny rabbits are all around me. Oh, get them away.
Editor, edit out the accidental invite to other servers thing so people don't know what servers I'm in. Please. I just did it twice.
Now we have 3 views out here.
Editor, dox Cal.
Editor, please do not dox the people I am friends with.
Show his local IP address on the screen now.
Yeah, just show his real-time address, workplace.
I don't even know what my IP address is.
Credit card
geolocation.
Show his membership card to the Freemasons.
I don't think you guys understand how deeply paranoid I am. Please do not do any of those things.
Oh no, you don't understand.
Yeah, don't show them.
Show this real picture, this real actual picture of Cal. It's right on Jeffrey Epstein's island.
What?
Yeah.
Mark, no, Mark. Mark, no.
I knew it. One of you is a predator.
Mark, can you please take that image and make it the bowl and instead of a stone, it's a beer for me?
I just say this image. Great. The image we're currently on is kind of creepy because it feels like Spirit Science itself is gonna come up closer to us.
POV.
Either that or it's gonna be realistic hands coming at you.
Oh! No. POV. Any child with Jeffrey Epstein.
While watching this, I'm not going to tell you that this is fact. I am simply saying, decide for yourself.
POV, you're an underage midget. Stephen Hawking's in the room.
This is dramatic as fuck.
Yes. Human history.
What the fuck? There's a cockroach.
Two of them are birds, the other ones.
There was a time, long ago, when humans existed at a very high level of consciousness. We were intradimensional and were very psychic. We communicated through thought and emotion, much like how animals do rather than speaking or writing, which would seem very primitive. We lived primarily on a large string of islands called Lemuria.
I just saw one of those random debates between like a random white guy and a black supremacist where he made the exact same claim, but it was just like black people did that though.
Like I heard there was black
Why
people.
don't they just go back to Black Panthers?
You ever seen that image of where like black supremacists were arguing that black people genuinely used to have wings?
What?
There's an image out there of like that conversation happening, and it's fucking hilarious.
I wish I had such an imagination.
I wish I had the imagination that black people have.
Yeah.
Imagination or
I mean, they have very great imaginations. I mean, think about all the great authors like William Shakespeare, T.S. Eliot, Mark Twain, Tolkien.
Yeah, but none of them have anything on Quan Mills in his erotic fiction, such as Yo Coochie Stank or my baby daddy got my butt pregnant.
Guys, don't worry. We can make we can make these jokes. Oki's black.
That's
Brazilian.
Well, I mean that's basically like half a black person right there.
Brazilian.
Bavaria is basically an African country. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a consciousness shift. We moved up in consciousness, and the islands of Lemuria sank beneath the oceans. At the time of this shift, a new continent rose out of the waters. We called it Atlantis.
They're not needed
Back in the
anymore.
early 1900s, the spiritual path of the United States was similar to what's happening today. People began to learn about meditation and study ancient lands like Atlantis and Lemuria. We actually found quite a bit of evidence that Lemuria existed, and it had to do with coral. See, we actually found quite a bit of evidence that Lemuria...
Guys, look, Lemuria.
Holy shit, what a fucking disappointment.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's beautiful.
Existed, and it had to do with
coral.
Put in
a picture of Agartha,
See,
editor.
The ocean floor does rise and fall. Coral can exist up to 150 feet under the surface of the water. In 1910, the surface of the ocean was probably higher because they were able to see coral rings heading away from Easter Islands for a great distance. These rings were estimated to be found at 1,800 feet, which means that for them to have existed, they would have had to be much higher and sunk slowly. Probably more importantly, they also found the exact same fauna and flora from the Hawaiian Islands all the way to the Easter Islands. This is a great distance, but if you look at a map, you'll see a long string. That string, according to Thoth, used to run along the western shores of Lemuria. It is only on these islands that have the same flora and fauna. Same trees, bugs, bacteria, everything.
Lose us, not just across the screen. Boogers all over the screen.
I don't know that I'm gonna make it through this whole fucking video. What is happening?
Well, science can keep pausing. We gotta just get playing.
Only explain this if there were closer land bridges between these islands at one point. Although we were studying this at that time, World War I began soon after, and we lost interest in spirituality and the ancient lands for a very long time.
Wait, what?
Oh, we've lost interest in spirituality since the beginning of time.
That's true.
Guys, we only discovered spirituality and got like really good at it right before World War One.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah, World War One was when we really started mastering our spirituality. Not
true.
Like the death of spirituality in the West.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I was using my telekinesis to blow up the minds of Germans
of your enemies
and Turkish people. That's what I was doing back in the day.
Wait, do you guys think that this guy's one of those guys who believes that that World War II was just a giant Jewish blood sacrifice?
He genuinely might later.
Yeah.
No,
might.
no. He believes that World War II was a Jewish raping or something because they were maturing as a society.
Oh yeah, that
Mark,
whole
you
video
good, man?
about
The
how
Jews
Jewish
are
is
time
man energy.
travelers.
yes. There was no gas chambers. It was just time traveling devices sending them back in the future.
Oh, is that
And then they
how
were
they?
sent in the
Yeah.
A likely story, Moshi.
I love how like that's not absurd in comparison to what this guy believes. Like what you just said is reasonable by comparison.
We need to be more drunk to.
Lemuria,
I need
and
to
the rising of
do
Atlantis.
drugs to
No.
actually match up.
At first, the human race became
Bye, guys.
scattered. We moved to various islands and continents all over the world because we didn't have a home. Yet. We didn't know where to go. At that time, there were about 1,000 humans at a very high consciousness, more than all of the rest. They were called the Nakals. Today, we know them
What
as
the fuck?
Ascended Masters. The Nakals began preparing Atlantis to be our new home.
Why not
They
just
projected
stick
their
to
energies
Philly?
across the surface of the continent in the form of the Tree of Life, not with 10 circles, but with
What?
12, an extra
Oh.
on top on the island of Udal, and an extra on the bottom in the water. There were 10 components on the mainland, and even though it extended over hundreds of miles on the surface, it was projected to the accuracy of a single atom. We chose to move to Atlantis because of the Kundalini. In humans, the Kundalini is often referred to as the energy serpent that runs up and down your spine. When activated, it provides an
Dude.
immense amount of energy through all of the chakras. The Earth itself also has a Kundalini because the Earth is alive, like an organism, running from the center of the planet to a specific place on the surface. Wherever the Kundalini resides, the people there become the spiritual leaders of the world. The Earth
What?
chose Atlantis to be the new energetic center of
Why
the
does that
planet.
look like the Kapla?
After Atlantis, the Kundalini
Wait.
moved to the
Who does he think is the current spiritual center of the world?
I don't know, Brazil.
It's definitely Brazil.
I don't have enough red
point that he doesn't
sludge
say
here
Israel.
to make sense of this.
mountains
The
of
original.
Tibet, which
Don't
is
let it
why the
be
Buddhists
Israel.
were the leaders in
What'd you say?
Don't let it be Israel.
No.
No, it's gonna be
spirituality for the
India or something.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet he
no.
is gonna say it's India.
You
India
understood?
or
Israel
China
is
or
a
something
universe.
like. He's showing like a Buddhist monk, so it's likely gonna be China.
By the way,
That's Sri Lanka, isn't it?
yeah, it's Sri Lanka.
I stand by.
Which is basically India. Let's be clear.
last 13,000 years. It was a very pure place. It moved again within the last 10 years, but that's a story for another time. If you want to read more, check out the book The Serpent of Light by Drunvalo Melchizedek. Suddenly, in a single day, the Nakals breathed life into the Tree of Life on the surface of Atlantis. This created vortexes of energy
Kabbalah.
rotating out of each and every circle. Once the vortexes were established, the children of Lemuria began to be carved forth. Millions upon millions.
The hobbits were Indian the whole time. Don't you get it?
Why
I'm
do you
sorry.
think they were so short?
Headphone users, I'm sorry
had
about
beard and
Mark.
just walked around on their bare feet.
Editor, show the rains in the Pooh River.
Editor, show the Amazon Hobbit black guy in the middle of the picture.
What, you talking about
I'm gonna
the
have
Rings
fun
of
with this
Power
one.
guy?
Yes, there's the black Hobbit. Put
Yeah.
him there.
Of Lemurians who had settled all across the planet began to be pulled toward Atlantis. A great migration began. However, the Lemurian body of consciousness had only reached the age of 12
no.
as a planetary consciousness.
Oh, no.
Because we were right-brained, we were a female species,
No.
like a 12-year-old
Not
girl,
the rape
and some of our
age.
centers weren't working yet. They had worked with
It's
these
the
energies, but
Kabbalah!
only mastered 8 of the 10. Each migrating Lemurian was attracted. They had worked
The kind of keys that Resident Evil be getting me making.
with these energies, but only mastered 8 of the 10. Each migrating Lemurian was attracted to one of these 8 centers on Atlantis, depending on the nature of the individual. There, they settled and began to build cities. That left 2 vortexes with nobody using them, not a single person. These 2 vortexes were pulling life toward them, and in life, you can't have an empty place. life will find a way to
The
fill
feeling
it.
when my
Similar
the
to if
feeling
you were
when
driving along a
Triangle
freeway,
becomes Jew Island.
What the?
following another car, and you drop too far behind, someone will fill the place. That's exactly.
That's
That's
not
what
how
Kabbalah
that.
is. It's Jew.
No,
Oh,
no,
that-
no. I'm sorry. I drive a lot, and I know for a fact that if someone only enters in your front if your lane is going faster, or they would need to get out.
Yeah, that
or
guy had
something.
nobody in front of him.
Yeah, why? I would just speed up. Come on.
Exactly what happened in Atlantis. Though the Lemurians had only filled 8 of the vortex areas,
Freebird
Mayan
and
records state
just
clearly that there were
go
10 cities in
nuts.
Atlantis when it fell.
There you go.
You can see these records in the Troano document, which is now located in the British Museum. This
Why
document is
burning
estimated to
blood
be
of that
3,005 in the
dog, man?
Troano.
Why aren't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you be?
Look at the picture. He's burning the ass of the dog with a torch.
Somebody
Why
got.
does the dog have nuts?
I don't
Why
know.
do you not have nuts?
Yeah. Wait a minute, Oki.
Discord hashtag.
Document, which is now
I have
located in the
nuts,
British.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I have them.
Yeah.
God, I hope so. Otherwise, we're not
Editor,
married.
put
I'm pretty sure that's a
put
butt. That's a weird looking butt.
Editor, put a
No,
put an
editor, do
image
not.
on screen
Editor,
of,
do not.
Captain Crunch Zero. Oops, all nuts.
Museum. This document is estimated to be 3,500 years old, and it describes in detail the sinking of Atlantis. To fill these 2 empty vortexes, according to Thoth,
Srilanka's
2
dead.
extraterrestrial races
Surely it
stepped in.
couldn't be
Not
a
one,
forgery,
but 2
you
completely
know.
different races.
You know,
The first
just
race
watch
were the Hebrew
Then.
Oh no!
Oh, the Hebrews! The space Jews!
races stepped in.
Wait.
Not one,
Have you
but
ever
2
been
completely
teleported?
different races. The first
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
What?
Hang on. I hit the wrong button.
race
Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that?
were the
I
No!
love how the Jews
I want
teleport
right
using the
there.
Star Trek.
But Rabbi,
Perfect.
editor, put Rabbi Shmuley's face on this space tube.
Right
Actually,
there?
no. Replace it with a wither that has but the wither's head is Rabbi Shmuley.
Put a tree, Rabbi
Shapiro,
hands on there.
And the dude Dennis Prager. Those 3.
I'm gonna put the Jew music on it.
Ben
But,
Shapiro, just put Ben
no,
Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro
Why
is the
the
chest.
logic?
Ben Shapiro is the chest.
All I'm gonna say is I can't
Green
believe
cow.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having so
I
much
can't believe I'm watching this for free.
Oh no! The shield's flashing. It's about to run out.
He's transforming. He's evolving.
You know what? You should have put 2% more tax on the yearly rate on Gleam.
Hebrews, coming from our future. Thoth says that they came from
Oh my gosh, I did come from the future! So, dude, you were right!
I told you, I know my
He
spirit
believes
science
that.
lore.
He
I know my
believes
spirit
that.
science lore.
offline, but we don't know
by
where.
that
What if
futuristic
his Yamaka
chemical?
is actually one big eyeball, not a hat?
It's his third eye. Yeah.
It's a beast.
Yamaka.
Editor, make it open.
Oh no!
Oh, this
Exactly.
Yamaka.
The Hebrews were kind of like a kid who went through 5th grade and didn't make it, so they had to do that grade over again. They learned all the math, the left brain stuff, but they didn't get the right brain aspect of evolving consciousness, the doing.
This has gotta be racist, right?
Oy vey, I can't believe I've been
What are you talking
expelled. This
about?
is another Showa.
But they didn't graduate to the next level of evolution, so they had to do it again. They knew a lot of things that we didn't know yet, and brought many concepts and ideas to us that we weren't aware of yet. Now, if this is true, this would explain quite a few things
Like
about the Hebrew
taxes
people in
and
general.
usury.
They seem to have many sacred geometries hidden within their culture. It also puts perspective on the story of Exodus. Perhaps
Bruh.
Moses incarnated into that lifetime to free the Hebrews because they were not direct descendants of humans and were being
Bruh.
treated unfairly. Or could it be that Moses was visited by an ascended master of the Hebrews who guided him to free their people? Given what we know about dimensions and
Moses is
consciousness, it
basically
definitely
the
puts a fresh
doctor from
perspective on
Doctor
old
Who.
stories that didn't
That's
make
kinda
much
what he's
sense.
saying.
We could talk about this more, but let's
Yeah.
continue for now.
We could talk about this more, but it's total
love
bullshit.
you
I can't make up
guys.
more lies.
We love you guys.
Guys,
Listen,
somebody put,
editor-
Music.
editor, we love the Jews, right?
no, editor,
Everybody, we love
make
the Jews.
this, make the green guy Nick Fuentes and make the purple guy Ben Shapiro.
Editor, instead
Editor-
of just swapping the head, just chroma key the green guy so it vanishes into Nick Fuentes behind.
Viewers, subscribe if you love the Jews.
Editor, make the
Oh,
green
boy.
guy redeemed Zoomer and the purple guy Pope Leo.
Nope.
Yeah. Leo's the Jew.
Viewers, declare love for friends or something.
No, what?
Viewer discretion
No!
is advised.
Viewer Jujeskin is the drive.
I do not. No, I'm ending the stream. I do not support us
You think, hey
giving
guys,
the
guys,
French
you think,
anything.
do you guys think Ben Shapiro knows jujitsu?
There were no problems caused by the Hebrews coming to Atlantis. They actually benefited our evolution. The other race that stepped in caused big problems. These beings came from the nearby planet of Mars. See, according to Thoth, Mars looked very much like Earth a little less than 1 million years ago.
According to Thoth,
It was
you
beautiful.
know.
It had oceans and water and trees
How
that
many
were just
Thoths are
fantastic.
there?
But something happened to them.
You know, I
and it
gotta
has
give
to
him
do
How
with
points
many
for
something
times has he
called...
done
creativity.
DMT?
I
That's
gotta
very
give him points
Yeah.
for creativity. The Jews are not the problem in this scenario.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very creative. Yeah.
And yet somehow he's still racist.
the Lucifer experiment. From the very beginning of creation, everything is simply an experiment. Creation itself was just consciousness creating and inhabiting itself in that creation. There is
Bruh.
The divine plan, everything has
This
been...
guy's favorite song is Schism. Tell me I'm wrong.
no divine plan.
Oh, no, he
Spirit can
listens
do
to that every
whatever it
time he does
wants.
DMT.
Having
I'm
said that,
sure
if
of it.
Spirit decides to cut itself off from the rest of consciousness and create a separate reality on its own, it can do that too. This is called the Lucifer experiment. Because Spirit is God, it can do this. There is nothing wrong with that. We've kind of been led to believe that
Oh.
Lucifer is evil and the devil. This just isn't true.
No, it
Lucifer
is
is just another means of perceiving the
Okay,
reality.
okay.
yeah,
It is
Stop
not
lying
anything
there.
perception.
No. He's evil. Yeah.
He's
And you
more
know
than
what?
evil.
I'm gonna tell you this, buddy. He's a big fan of you.
Oh yeah,
So-
he is.
Okay, I did not know spirit science was a Satanist. I did not know that.
No, he's just a
I
Gnostic.
didn't know that either. I didn't know that part either. But yeah, that does just kind of fall into Gnosticism in general, though. Is
Yeah.
there's
Time to
satanic
say 30
elements of
rosaries in
Gnosticism.
his favor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Do like 18 of them later.
of oneness, but rather a duality perception of two-ness. There's a flower of life pattern for Lucifer as well, but that's a big topic for another time.
Yeah, let's not
Anytime
talk
the
about
Lucifer
that.
experiment
Yeah,
has been
it is a
attempted
big
in the
topic.
universe,
You're
it
right on
always
that,
ends
buddy.
in failure. The species will cut itself off from love and will become incredibly male, left-brained. What always ends up happening is that everyone becomes very greedy. There is no compassion for one another, and everyone ends up fighting until they end up killing.
Yeah.
Have you thought about
Editor,
Lucifer
just
being
go
an
to-
entity that
just
just
Talking
go
wants
to
to
about
color
the
brown.
Jews again.
I
Color is a
love
very dark brown.
man with sword, man with suppressed akimbo, fucking whatever those are supposed to be,
SMGs.
man with explosive, with comical round
Which
bomb.
one wins in a fight?
Man with
comical
stone
round bomb.
sword,
Out
man
of your
with
friends,
two...
which are you? I'm the sword guy, by the way.
I'm
The mom
comical
has a
round
sword
bomb
enough
guy.
to use
I
because
love
he's
man with
kamikaze.
foam sword, man with two
It
super
just looked like a foam
scopes,
sword. It
And
totally
man
just
with-
Put the image
a
of
bath
the
bomb.
Fist of the North Star, dynamite guy on the guy on the right with the bomb. You're not using a martial art if it.
Everything's a martial
No,
art.
no. What the man, what the editor should do is, on the left, it's the dude from Prince of Persia, and then the dude on the right, it's Poppy Bros Jr., and then the dude in the middle is
this thing. What?
the dude from Trigun that I'm forgetting the name of.
Editor,
The guy on
what
the
the editor-
right
what
should
the
be
editor
Demo
should
Man, the
do-
guy on the left should be Demo Man, and the guy in the middle should be me.
No, what the
Yes,
editor should do
actually,
is
yes.
demand to be paid.
editor, put in the clip from American Dad where Stan says "gun beats karate."
killing themselves. More than 1 million years ago, there
kill
was no
yourself.
compassion for one another, and everyone ends up fighting until they end up killing themselves. More than 1 million years ago, the beings on Mars joined the Lucifer experiment, and it failed dramatically. Basically, they cut themselves off from the unity of the universe and created a separate reality. When the Martians severed the love bond, they became pure male, logical beings with no emotions. What happened on Mars was that they ended up fighting. Mars became a battleground. Eventually, it became clear that Mars was not going to survive. They blew their atmosphere away and destroyed the surface of the planet. Nova recently did an episode on planetary magnetics, and they found some interesting things about Mars. The planet didn't have a magnetic system, however the surface was magnetized, implying that at one point it did, but that something happened. Now, we've been discussing the star tetrahedron.
Man, I'm gonna have so much fun editing in that music again.
Dude, it implied that it did, but something happened. Star of David.
Star of David, right
before. And now I want to give you an episode on planetary magnetics, and they found some interesting things about Mars. The planet didn't have a magnetic system, however the surface was magnetized, implying that at one point it did, but that something happened. Now, we've been discussing the star tetrahedron before, and now I want to give you a brief understanding of the Merkaba. The Merkaba was known in ancient times as the Chariot of Ascension. It is the star tetrahedral energy field around the body. All around the world, there are references to this in ancient texts. When activated to its full potential, the Merkaba, which is both a tool and part of your being, can be used to do the impossible, included but not limited to...
It's always referring to Jewish or Judaism roots, Jewish roots, Hebrew roots even.
Because that's where like it's because
Probably.
The Abrahamic demons are telling him that because the Abrahamic religion is correct, so they're trying to use like the Talmud demon magic or something.
I was about to say also because the Jews have a lot of occult bullshit going on.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh,
like the Jews really
say.
like the history of Judaism is they really went off the deep end after the fall of the Second Temple. Like they really fell off the deep end after that.
Well, not only that, didn't they do everything in rebellion to Christ because they just didn't like Christ that much and the Gentiles, the Goyim, whatever?
Pretty much.
I don't like your guys'
they went
anti-Semitism.
crazy defense.
I disavow.
Also, Cal, look at the side chat.
Are you gonna donate all your money to Israel?
Look at the side chat. If I open the side chat, it'll be seen on the stream. Does that matter?
Whatever.
Hell yeah!
Wonder if it's the tree of death.
Can that be seen? Hang on, let me see if I can. Yeah, it can be seen. Hell yeah! No.
After Lent, we should just
Oh, I hit the
one. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
After Lent,
also for the chat,
that should be a
is also
topic.
in there.
Is that we try to research the Kabbalah and we try to understand what on earth the Kabbalah is. That's what we
Seems like Jewish magic to me, if you ask me.
Changing dimensions and traveling through the universe. Before Mars was destroyed, they built huge tetrahedral pyramids. They built 3, 4, and 5-sided pyramids, eventually building a complex that was able to build a synthetic Merkaba. After 1 million years or so, it's been eroded, but the proof is there. Now, because the Martians were severed from the Unity consciousness, they couldn't create a living Merkaba. They simply used it as a tool. They created a synthetic Merkaba to travel in time and find a new home. A small group of Martians tried to get away from Mars before it was destroyed, and that place they found was Earth. About 65,000 years in our past. They saw this little vortex sitting there, just pulling in life, with no one in it. They didn't ask permission. Being part of the Lucifer experiment, they just said, alright, let's do it. And they stepped onto that vortex, and in doing so, they joined and changed our evolutionary path. Thoth's father, Thome, was one of the Nakals who set up Atlantis on the island of Udal. That island, the top of the Tree of Life, was the brain of Atlantis, and on it was a small city called Poseidon. This city is what Plato was discussing when he said that Poseidon bore 10 children, the 10 circles on the Tree of Life. Poseidon was made of 3 rings painted in black.
I hate this guy.
Red and white stones, and it was the symbol for Atlantis. The inner circle represented the Nakals, the middle circle were the priesthood, called the Maya, and the outer circle represented the regular people of Atlantis. We'll come back to this down the road. There were only a few thousand Martians who came to Earth through the synthetic Merkaba. The first thing they did when they arrived in Atlantis was try to take over the continent. They tried to declare war and invade.
True.
However,
wait.
they arrived in Atlantis was try to...
Wait, editor. Please make this one stay stun but please make kill say femboy.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Editor, turn Cal into a femboy.
No!
You can't do
Wait.
that. He already is.
For a second, I thought I heard Cal about to say yeah, but he stopped himself.
No, I screamed. That was the joke.
I have to question your
No, you
your
said
mental
yeah.
status.
You agreed with that.
I said no.
I heard yeah.
Like, what the hell is going through y'all's people's mind?
Shut up, douchey. Like, you fucking think you're better at
The
us.
point is, we need to call Cal gay more. I think that's the point of the story.
Wait, you think you're fucking better than me, you son of a bitch?
Cal's
no.
already a furry, making him a fanboy.
Why am I a furry now? What is going on?
Oh, good lord.
Anyways, let's hit play.
over the continent.
This is why we
They
do
tried to
not
declare
drink your
war
eggs
and
as
invade.
children.
However, they were vulnerable due to their small numbers compared to the millions of Atlanteans, and we finally subdued them.
Get him!
We were able to stop them from conquering us,
Get it!
but we could not send them back. When this happened on our
That did look really suggestive.
evolutionary path, we now had the planetary consciousness of a 14-year-old girl.
Stop
Wow.
saying that!
And also very
Beautiful.
old. So what you had was a 14-year-old girl being taken over by a 60 or 70-year-old man.
Was the 14-year-old girl being taken over by a 60 or 70-year-old man?
Taken over by a 60 or 70-year-old man. What the fuck?
We had no choice in the matter. The
What the fuck?
Why everything with him must be raped? I know
gotta-
he got raped while drugged, but why everything must be raped?
He got raped by demons. He did some raping to a woman. Everything's rape with him.
You see, Freud had it nailed down when he said everything has to do with sex.
You guys are gonna need to give me a second. I'm not.
short,
I'm not good.
he's just wanting what Mama gave to him long ago.
Oh,
I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
I don't want this.
Martians just stepped in and said, like it or not, we're here. They didn't care what we thought or felt about it. Really, it was no different from what the settlers of North America did to the Native Americans.
Dude.
That's also feels mildly racist because it feels like he's saying the Native Americans were like 14-year-old
But you see, they weren't developing the land though.
It's just not even remotely. I don't even.
Once the initial conflict was over, it was
Where did
agreed that the
Jews
Martians
fit
would
this?
try and understand this female thing they lacked. This emotional feeling, which they had none of at all. Things more or less settled for a while, but the Martians slowly began to implement their left.
What the fuck?
That's amazing.
That's
I
me.
love that little guy.
Is that Mark?
It's
That's
me.
the most uneven circle of a male I've ever seen.
Guys, it's Mark.
That's amazing.
dog.
I love
Editor,
this little thing.
put him as my profile picture.
Oh, good lord.
It's the face docs.
Technologies, which the Atlanteans knew nothing about.
Yeah, this is Mark flirting.
I love this little guy.
Dude, why is Mark Joe Cool? What the hell's going on? Joe
This
Cool.
man has so much aura.
Leaning by the water fountain.
Why can't
One after the other.
spirit science just make things like this more often?
And he can clone himself?
He can
Wow.
clone himself. No, wait. That's
the one.
That's Mark's family. This is what all Brazilians look like.
Little circles with arrows.
true.
Yes, I got it. Very
The
interesting.
Martians kept putting out these
Noted.
left brain inventions until the Atlanteans slowly began to see things through their left brain. We slowly began to become a male species. The Martians gained control, bit by bit, until eventually they had all of the power, as was their intention. The animosity between Atlanteans and the Martians never subsided, not even till the end of Atlantis. They hated each other. The Atlanteans were shoved down and treated like inferiors. It was like a marriage that the female component didn't like, but
What? What? What the fuck?
Shut up and make me a sandwich, bitch.
It's like an abusive relationship.
I'm understanding
I
all of
don't
this
know.
so far. I don't know what you
Dude, he's gotta stop trying to get me on the Martian side. Like,
The Martians in school.
The male component didn't really care if she liked it or not. It remained this way for a very long time, until about 26,000 years ago, when the next phase slowly began. Before we continue, we have to talk about polar shifts. See, in the 1930s, Edgar Cayce was channeling information for a geologist when he stopped and he said, "There's something you should know. In the near future, the Earth's poles are going to shift." Cayce was a brilliant man with a very strong connection to higher dimensions, where he communicated.
Cole, it's the yellow man. It's the yellow bastard. Cole, it's him. It's the yellow man.
Are we gonna see the purple guy? Are we gonna see the purple guy from FNAF?
Oh my god!
With other beings for the human race. Ultimately, it was because of his channelings that the belief system called New Age was created.
Purple man Jewish?
He's actually British, so he may be a Rothschild.
Again, just putting what he was doing into boxes of understanding, because no one else understood what he was doing at that time. Nevertheless, when Cayce talked, people listened. Geologists began exploring the possibility of a polar shift, and they found something remarkable. A string of major pieces of evidence came forth and lent tremendous weight to what Cayce was saying, and they have now changed the world's view on the subject. Scientists believed that if there was going to be a physical pole shift, there would also be a change in the magnetic poles. Through studying lava beds, geologists were able to see where the planetary magnetics were when the lava beds hardened at certain depths. They found that the earlier magnetic poles were not where they were now, but in Hawaii. The last shift that took place was 13,000 years ago, and we will get there in the story soon.
No.
They did another test and found that it had shifted again 26,000 years ago as well. Scientists also learned that polar shifts happen very quickly. In a single day, the magnetics would do a complete flip, or 90 degrees. There's that number again. And within 24 hours, the
There's
sun
that
would
number
rise
again.
differently
Fuck
than
this
it did
guy.
the previous day. This shift has happened hundreds of times over the last 100 million years on Earth, but it's speeding up now and happening faster and faster. Now only 13,000 years between each shift. A whole new viewpoint is beginning to be understood. From space, would this not appear as a pulse? Now, there's a lot more to talk about with polar shifts, but I'm going to give you the basics. A scientist named Charles Hapgood was studying this at great detail because the leading theory behind what caused polar shifts was still underdeveloped at the time. He came up with a theory that demonstrated to be possible through various experiments. Through these experiments, they learned that the surface of the Earth, the crust, could slip over the main mass of the Earth, which continues its rotation as if nothing happened. The crust would rotate and spin out of control until eventually it settles again in a...
Fuck. What? I need more alcohol. I'm really
dude,
need
I'm
more
not.
alcohol.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
The sooner, the more we hit play on this, the sooner we'll be finished this.
Yeah, but it has to be. It's supposed to be fucking content, Cole. You shit. Cole, I love you. Cole, you're handsome.
A new location aligned with the new magnetics.
Cole,
During this time, there are massive earthquakes.
My dark black lips.
The fuck?
No,
What?
You look like that tiny little
Sorry,
robot.
I don't kiss animals.
Tsunamis and devastations that rock the world. Doesn't that sound a bit like the destruction described in the Book of Revelations? Now, I don't want to freak
No,
it.
don't you
Doesn't
bring
that sound
that
a bit...
into this.
Is this Stranger Things?
I think that's a Constantine movie.
Oh, is it?
Constantine, yeah.
Yeah.
The actual based version of the actual comic. The comic sucks, but the movie is awesome.
I mean, I like the comics, but it is a lot of edgy nonsense half the time. But I like them.
Oh man, I remember now. Cole, you made a movie night the other day ago, and I just watched the first part of it. Oh, I'm sad.
Oh. Oh no. Somebody get Mark some tissues.
Wait, no, don't give them tissues. Make yourself else with them.
Like the destruction described in the Book of Revelations? Now, I don't want to freak anyone out. Besides Edgar Cayce's account, many other ancient prophecies, including Nostradamus and Mayan prophecies, have talked about polar shifts in one way or another. And modern science is becoming increasingly aware that there is going to be a polar shift in our near future, which is lining up with our consciousness shift, though they don't take that aspect into account. It's funny.
Hate or anything, but I think Nostradamus was a fake.
I don't know, man. I don't care. Sweet opinion, man.
Really, just my opinion, huh?
I don't fucking. The elites are touching kids, man. I'm not ready to have a discussion on Nostradamus. All right. The elites are touching
The
kids,
real
and this
big
guy's
brain
talking about
movement.
races being spiritually different ages and doing pedophile stuff. Okay, I'm not in a good headspace for this.
How much you want to bet he's in the files? How much you want to bet this guy here is in the files?
He's not
As
big
a
enough to be in the
victim.
files.
No,
As a
he's
victim,
not.
yeah.
Probably.
I mean, he raped already, but he's not in the Epstein files.
Actually, a while back, Nova did 2 reports on polar shifts, and both times NASA shut them down. Then recently, Nova released a new video called Earth's Magnetic Storm. That video shows all of the evidence for pole shifts without actually using the words pole shift. It's almost as if a specific company doesn't want us knowing about this and the evidence that's been
Big
brought forth.
NASA, you know?
I just what is the motivation? What's the motive?
They don't want to know you the truth.
Huh?
They don't
want crack.
Yeah.
They don't want to know you the truth. Mark, you're so right. Dude.
I'm drunk.
Don't want to know you the truth.
Editor, put my picture as Devilman drunk or something.
Polar shifts are directly related to the magnetics of the planet as well. Planetary magnetics are supposed to look like this, but the reality is much different. Our magnetics have been weakening over the last. Magnetics are supposed to look like this, but the
What is this 2006 screensaver shit? What am I looking at?
That represents my warm spaghetti mixing with my cold spaghetti, making neutral spaghetti. Do you not get it, Cole?
Yes, the neutral spaghetti.
Finally.
Lukewarm spaghetti.
Finally, the neutral spaghetti.
reality is much different. Our magnetics have
It's
been
neither
weakening over the
Italian
last
nor
500
American.
years or so, and today they look a little more like this. It was the magnetics becoming more and more warped that's causing many of the problems we've seen in the last 20 years. Birds follow the magnetics of the planet to migrate, and they'd be ending up in places they shouldn't be. Whales were continually beaching themselves in the 90s because they followed these magnetics, which led them to land where there should have been water. As for humans, you know how on the night of the full moon there are more rapes, murders, and violent crimes than any other night of the lunar cycle?
Okay, man.
The moon affects the
That's
magnetics of the
because
Earth
of
slightly,
the wolf
but the
in me.
magnetics are so warped right now, it's affecting how we think and act as a planet.
It's just because I got that motherfucking dog in me.
Our collapse of social structure is related to the geomagnetics
I'm not.
of the Earth.
Listen, I'm not a werewolf. I just have a dog in me.
I just got a little bit dog.
Stop trying to stab at me with those silver daggers.
Listen, I only
Please stop
try to
using silver
strip my own
daggers.
parts because of that dog in me.
That dog in me.
Perhaps it's the other way around.
Editor, put
There's
some
one other
daggers
thing that we need to
into
discuss about
Loki's
polar
hands.
shifts. They always line up
Don't
with a
put silver
consciousness
daggers
shift.
in me.
They are
No.
interrelated. Thoth lived on Atlantis for a very long time, and he told us that he saw the Earth shift 5 times, watching the sun rise in the east, and then the west, then the east, then the west. This is how to explain why during a consciousness shift at the end of Lemuria, it sank beneath the oceans and Atlantis rose. If the crust was spinning randomly around the planet, many geological events such as continents rising and falling would take place. Now that we have an understanding of polar shifts, we can continue with this drama on Atlantis. 26,000 years ago, we were exactly where we were today on the precession of the equinox. We had gone through our falling asleep phase, and we were about to begin waking up. It was at this point that there was a small consciousness shift. We actually went down in consciousness, not up. A piece of Atlantis about the size of Rhode Island sank into the ocean. This caused a tremendous amount of fear within the Atlanteans, because they thought they were going to lose the whole continent, like what happened with Lemuria. Because of the consciousness shift, one of the bigger things they lost was their connection to the future. They couldn't foresee big events such as the potential sinking of their home. After about 200 years,
So they're
this fear
basically
began to
became
subside.
African.
Now, in both the Bible and the Sumerian records, the
They
account
can't foresee events that happen 15 seconds in the future.
They
have African time.
This is so fucking disgusting.
You have to make time, you know, like how Africa works. You have to literally create time. Yeah. Because they don't have
Yeah,
time
because
for the
it doesn't happen naturally, you know. You have
This
to
is a real
create...
thing, by the way. Africans genuinely.
I know what you mean. I hate it. I hate this world. God, just throw the damn rock already.
Don't worry,
Put
I
us
hate
in
it
the
too.
sea. We deserve it.
I think spirit science broke us.
I'm still unbroken. I want to make it clear.
No,
Fuck you, Cole.
Spirit science
Not
didn't break us. African culture broke us.
All right, I'm hitting play.
Yes.
I'm hitting play before we get in trouble.
of Adam, Eve, and all of their
Hey,
children were
all I
reported
see
to
is
have
doctors and engineers and
exceptionally long
lawyers.
lifespans, like 900 years or so.
Yeah, if you
so
can
200
understand the
years for us back
future, yeah,
then
you could be
is like 20
a
years for
lawyer.
us today. We'll explain how we got there soon. Things kind of settled for a while, and then between 13,000 and 16,000 years ago, a comet approached the Earth. Because we were living at a high consciousness across all dimensions, the Atlanteans became aware of it before it hit. A great conflict occurred in Atlantis. The Martians, who were in the minority even though they were in control, wanted to blow it out of the sky with their laser technology.
Makes
However,
sense.
the Nicole
Lasers
had
now.
learned of the comet's true nature, and the Atlanteans protested. They said that the comet was in divine order. They had to allow it to take place naturally. Let it hit the Earth.
comet's
Really?
That's what's
God.
supposed to happen. The Martians
Why?
fought the Atlanteans, but in the end they
Because he
gave
wants
in.
to destroy
The Martians
everything
agreed to let it hit the
spirit
Earth. When the time arrived, it came screaming into the atmosphere, plunging into the Atlantic Ocean just off to the western shores of Atlantis, near where Charleston, South Carolina is now. Only that was at the bottom of the ocean at the time.
What?
The remnants of the comet are now
Rather
scattered across
specific,
4
ain't it?
states, and science has definitely determined that it hit at least 12,000 years ago, if not more. They're still finding pieces today. Although the main portion struck near Charleston, a few fragments actually hit the main body of Atlantis, crashing into an area right where the Martians were living, killing a huge portion of their population. They were pissed. They said, "It's all over. We're divorcing you, and we're gonna do whatever we want. You can do what you want, but we will never listen to you again." We know this whole bit. We've seen it in divorced families throughout the world. And the children? Well, look at our modern world today. We are the children.
Spirit science,
You
go fuck yourself. Just because I'm from a divorced family doesn't mean you can just disrespect me like that.
Oh my god, Mark, are you good, bro?
No, I'm drunk.
Okay.
I need
Another
to
one
eat
bites
more of the red sludge here.
Maybe you should drink some ice water or something.
Yeah,
as
some
well.
ice water would
Editor,
be great.
silver
It's a
mark fat. Silver
Water.
mark.
Guess what the Martians did next? Their primary interface with the reality was control, and when their anger rose to meet their desire for control, they decided to take over the Earth. They began to once again create a complex like the one they built on Mars long ago to try and create another synthetic Merkaba. If they had succeeded,
More
they would have
Jewish
gained control
powers.
over everything on the planet. The only
Yeah,
thing
the
was,
Egyptians
around
and the
50,000 Earth years
Jews
had
got
passed since
along
they had built a
swimmingly.
Merkaba, and they didn't quite remember how to do it. But they thought they did. The Martians built the buildings in Atlantis. They set up the whole experiment, threw the switch, and lost control. The destruction was immense. In this reality, you can hardly make a greater error than to create an out-of-control Merkaba. The experiment began to rip open the dimensional levels. Not the higher ones, but the lower ones.
No.
To give an analogy, if you took a knife and slit open your stomach, the stomach acids would seep into other parts of the body that it's not supposed to be in. That's like ripping open the dimensions. The Martians almost
No.
destroyed the Earth. The environmental disaster we are experiencing today is nothing in comparison, though today's disasters are a direct result of these events. Because of this tear in the dimensional levels, a huge number of lower dimensional spirits and beings were thrown out of their comfort zone and into these higher levels. They were forced into a world that they did not know or understand. To survive, they needed bodies and began automatically entering into the bodies of people. For every human body, there were hundreds of lower dimensional spirits inhabiting them. These beings were Earthlings, like us, but very different, not coming from this dimension. It was a catastrophe. Probably the biggest the Earth has ever
Why
seen.
did he have this
The reason the
bird
Nicole
thingy?
were
I
special
hate
wasn't
it.
just because of their incredibly high consciousness, making them like guides of Atlantis. They also had achieved what today we call immortality. Let's just say they figured out a way to keep their body healthy and young for as long as they chose, and could choose to pass on whenever they desired it. When reincarnating, they do not suffer the great memory loss that we do when we incarnate. They did it through their expanded
Oh, damn, I
consciousness
wish
and
I had
tantric
that.
interdimensional sex meditations.
What the fuck?
This is how Thoth was a
Told you, tantric interdimensional sex meditation.
expanded consciousness and tantric
Cole,
interdimensional
if
sex
I had-
meditation.
Cole, if I have interdimensional sex meditation, am I still a virgin?
Oh yeah, it doesn't count. Rewind it like 5 seconds. Rewind it like 5 seconds, by the way.
It doesn't have to be just cool.
Fucking image. This fucking image.
Me having,
What the fuck?
That's
me having interdimensional sex meditations with my waifu.
This is how me and my wife will be living when we're separated for a time.
Holy crap, I think I know where he got this idea from. Ever seen Demolition Man?
Oh no! I don't wanna know.
I'm mad I wasn't paying attention when this came up. I should have been ready for it.
Demolition Man. In the Demolition Man, Sylvester Stallone meets a girl from the future because he's been frozen in ice, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward into about a half an hour in the movie, the girl offers to have sex with him. He's like, oh, all right, you know, I'll do it. You know, I'll do anything for my fans. So he goes over there, and he's ready. He got all the night clothes on. He's got his muscles showing and everything. He's got the abs and everything. Come to find out that she pulls out two helmets, and they visualize what sex is, and they're pleasuring their minds. This is straight out of something that this is. This whole
I remember
example
that now, yeah.
is Demolition Man.
It's a movie with the 3 seashells also.
Yep. It's straight out of Demolition Man. He must have gotten the idea when he was high.
He absolutely did.
Beautiful. I get points for creativity, but the sources are abysmal.
Coffee.
What was this noise?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just decided to do some Duolingo.
I hate you, cow.
Sorry. Were we doing something? My bad.
Also, Cal, should we invite Felon so he can see the tantric interdimensional sex meditation?
Don't fucking torture Felon with this. Do not torture Felon with this.
If you torture Felon, I will give you the image. I will give you the image.
Do not torture Felon with this. He's a sweet boy.
Or I will give you the image.
When we incarnate, they did it through their expanded consciousness and tantric interdimensional sex meditations. This is how Thoth was a priest king of Atlantis for thousands of years and stayed on Earth until 15 years ago when he gave all of his memories and understanding about sacred geometry to a man named Drunvalo Melchizedek. The Merkaba is formed out of 3 star tetrahedrons overlaid on top of each other.
I hate that he
2 of
also
them
brought
are
in the name
counter-rotating and the 3rd is stationary. When the Merkaba is formed with the unity consciousness, it is formed internally with love. When it is formed externally through the Lucifer experiment, it does not have that love and can become unstable very quickly. The Martians' attempt at controlling the world took place on...
Dude, he's Gnostic. What do you want from him?
Well, you don't understand. Melchizedek was actually a Martian.
And it's so much. This is why I also hate Gnosticism so much.
Cole, I'm sorry. You don't get to fucking complain about how much you hate. What the fuck is that, Mark?
What
happened?
Is that from the VR game Gore?
No, it's from Mordo.
Anyway,
Okay.
Cole, you do not get to complain about how much you hate this and then fucking force all of us to watch it while giggling over there like a maniacal piece of shit. Absolutely not.
No, I'm just saying how much I hate Gnosticism because it's so nonsensical of how it takes all the Christian lore basically, and then for basically just ignores every single rule and what every single person in that lore says. I'm using the word lore for lack of a better term, by the way. Obviously, it's all obviously Christianity is true. I don't have a better term than lore, I guess.
Gnosticism is like the fanfic of religions.
It really is like this weird self-insert fan fiction of we're just going to ignore every established rule possible and just make up our own things by using the names of the characters.
And also, Zeus, we can also add characters from other fandoms as well.
Yeah, and then like fucking Thoth from Egyptian mythology. We're gonna add Thoth in here, even though we're pretty clear on what the Jews thought about the Egyptians.
Bring Far from Marvel or something. No, from God of War. His from God of War.
We're pretty
Marvel
clear
is
on
still
how
from
the Jews
God of
thought
War.
about the Egyptian religion. They weren't fans of it.
Yeah, something slaves or something.
We was slavery and shit.
Move on, Cal.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing Duolingo again.
One of the small islands in the west of Atlantis. This place today is known as the Bermuda Triangle. It's a triangle because the top of the stationary tetrahedron of the Merkaba is actually sticking out of the water there, which causes a huge electromagnetic imbalance in that area. Many planes and boats have reported to have gone missing there. They just vanish without a trace. The imbalance is multidimensional, and in many cases, these ships and planes have been sucked into different dimensions, never to be seen again. That Merkaba is still there on the seafloor today, but from what I know, it's going to be corrected soon. The Nakals did their best to save Atlantis. They sent most of the lower dimensional beings back, at least as many as they could, and sealed up the dimensional tear. Despite this, the situation got really bad, really fast. All of the economic systems collapsed. Financial, social, and all concepts of how life ought to be completely broke down. Everyone on Atlantis began getting sick with weird diseases, and the entire continent went into a state of survival.
Pause it for a second. He said the word lower dimensional beings. Just does he like believe demons exist or no? I'm unclear on this.
I don't.
This is
He
some
just wouldn't call them
Ghostbusters shit.
demons. I think.
They're called the Google Gobbles. They're called the Google Gobbles, and they are males from the Jupiter dimension that are going to rape all the Earth women or
Don't
something.
forget the ninth realm of Gozer the Gozerian and his little buddy.
Gozerian.
Can I just say how glad I am to be Catholic and not have to do mental gymnastics?
Says the Catholic.
I literally just like see like what does a Catholic Church believe on the subject? Okay, yeah.
Well, let's think about it. What's more complicated, this or the Trinity? Think about that.
I mean, I can't just wrap my head around the idea of the Trinity. I don't even know what the fuck's going on right now.
I don't need drugs to understand the Filioque.
Yeah. Although I think our Orthodox fans and viewers might disagree with that.
I was gonna say take that, Ortho Bros. I just chose not to.
Remember, separate the Ortho Bros from actual Orthodox.
I know.
I was explicitly told this morning by someone I trust to go with my first instincts on humor.
First of all, that was not this morning. Second of all, I take back what I said.
If I'm checking my instincts, I think this is total bullshit.
Third of all, you damn fool! You trust me? You've fallen right into my trap, you son of a bitch.
I'm gonna take you down with me, though. So.
Ooh.
You are not the first friend to tell me that.
Well, this is going.
It became about surviving until tomorrow. It was a literal hell on Earth. The Nakals had no idea what to do. They were children compared to the events that had been thrust upon them. So they prayed. They prayed to the highest levels of conscious life in the universe, asking for help from anyone who could hear them. The problem was reviewed on many high levels of life.
What the fuck?
Why I'm drawing it to Justice League because the 11 fourth dimensions are completely incomprehensible to us in our current state. What they told us was this.
So incomprehensible to us. So here's a picture of the Justice League for some reason.
Penis man.
Penis
He
man.
looks like a penis. That's why.
He must be a comedian.
Looks like Rayman's penis because it's like the head.
Wait. What if it was really the Justice League? Like, what if
It
the
was
bottom
just
screen is
actually the
lying?
Justice League.
What if the bottom screen's lying to us? What if
The
Batman is the
Justice
key
League.
to enlightenment?
The Catholic Church is lying to us about the existence of the Justice League.
Listen. Wonder Woman is real. I can prove it. You know, don't you find it suspicious that Greece exists, yet not Wonder Woman?
If that's true, where's my Greek Amazonian tall statue woman?
Yeah, exactly.
How do fat people exist if the Flash
With
does
Batman.
not?
That's why.
Damn it. And I can't kill Batman, it's against his code.
Batman stole my wife.
Batman stole my woman.
Batman stole my wife. Please help.
Yeah, and he's already got
Please help.
Catwoman.
You already got Catwoman.
Vaguely dark-skinned Green Lantern, please help me.
At least if it was a Flash, I would understand it, because that dude's not getting any woman. Flash is an incel? Question mark. The answer is yes.
I still demand my tall Amazonian woman. Where is it? Where have they been hiding her?
Also, why is Batman's body just so weirdly elongated compared to
Why
everyone
his
else?
underwear so clear? It's the wrong colors.
It's such a
This is the
bad
new-
Batman art. It's actually impressive. I
Mark, don't
love
you know
this.
anything? That's the absolute Batman.
That's
That's
the
true.
I absolutely
absolute
shit my
Batman,
pants
yeah.
just now, but I'm not talking
Oh my
about
goodness.
it.
He's got this. He's gonna go. He's gonna go off. This guy's gonna go off and be absolute Bane. Yeah, with like a literal mountain kaiju too.
All right, on with the show. Let's get it on.
I
I
have
wonder how
hated
these
every
stick
moment of
figures
this
look
video.
beheaded.
This episode of EHAG is going down as my least favorite.
Oh no.
Completely incomprehensible to us in our current state. What they told us was this: we were going to fall. We were going to hit rock bottom, level 1, the lowest place we possibly could be in the universe and still survive. Also, we were changing polarity. We were no longer a female species, so we were starting from square one as a male species. And finally, and this was the shocker, we would only have 13,000 years to return to Christ consciousness. Normally, it takes hundreds of thousands of years for a species to get to Christ consciousness. We had to
I really hate how often he says that.
do it in a fraction of the time. If we didn't, we would not survive. This has never happened before in the universe, ever. Thoth, who was the priest king of Atlantis at the time, learned that they would have to perform this experiment on themselves. They received instructions from the highest levels of life and they went on their way. Thoth proceeded with a being named Ra and Aragat, who were previous kings of Atlantis, and began the experiment. To understand what they did, we have to talk about consciousness grids.
Oh, we're about to get to the fun part.
A planetary grid is an etheric...
I'm sorry, the next part is the fun part?
crystalline structure that envelops the planet and
Ready
holds the
for
consciousness of
Christ
any one species of life.
consciousness
This grid does have an electromagnetic component associated with the third dimension, but it also has a component for every dimension as well. These grids are geometric, of course, and science will eventually discover that there is a grid for every species in the world. Each of these grids has their own geo, and science will
Okay, can somebody please take a screenshot of the horse and make it my background image, please?
Let me.
That's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
be
but
for me.
this.
Yeah, Juicy, I'm right there with you, buddy.
Consciousness? Does he mean
I'm a
Christ?
genius.
eventually discover that there is a grid for every species in the world. Each of these grids have their own geometry and are unique. There's not another one like it, just as the species itself are unique. These grids give off light as well, and from space they can be seen as the source of the bluish glow around the Earth. What Thoth and friends had to do was create a synthetic Christ consciousness grid, allowing humans to ascend to Christ consciousness in a very short time. But first, let's talk about the science behind the grid. Perhaps you've heard of the 100 monkey experiment.
That we can be
Over a
divine on our own, that we would have Christ's blood flowing through us. This is going to be very, very mental gymnastics. This is going to be a lot of gymnastics.
Juicy, you're
This
saying
is
that
mental
only
gymnastics
now?
the video.
span of 30 years, scientists were researching a species of monkey called
Me and the boys.
Macaca fuscata on an island in Japan. They were providing the monkeys with sweet potatoes by dropping them in the sand. The monkeys liked sweet potatoes, but they didn't like the sand and dirt so much. A few monkey children figured out that they could wash their sweet potatoes, and some of them taught the technique to their parents. Only a few of the adult monkeys did this, though.
Wait. Is he trying to reference that? I remember seeing a video or something about they dropped like potatoes for monkeys on an island, and the monkeys would like the first bite of the potato because it would be with salt water, and the second bite they wouldn't like, so then they would just dip the potato in the salt water again just so it gets salty again. Is that what he's referencing?
I don't think that's what he's referencing, but I could be wrong. I think they're referencing like how knowledge gets passed or something.
I'm sorry, but this is giving me an aneurysm.
I'm glad that I'm drunk while doing
Monkeys
this.
are real,
I love
and
you guys.
I have to agree with Spirit Science
Except
that
for
monkeys
you,
are real.
Cal.
I know a lot of
Monkeys
you
are
guys are
indeed
monkey
real. You're
deniers.
Thank you very much.
And actually, if Spirit Science is right about monkeys being real, what else is he right about?
Has he said anything about birds yet?
No, birds are government drones or something.
Damn it, I knew
Governments are
it.
bird drones, actually. Governments are controlled by the
Government
birds.
drones are birds, actually. That's the real truth.
I found a couple of dead pigeons in my yard. I wonder if the government.
No, you found a couple of
All the
dead
chickens
government
actually
drones
have
in their
grown
backyard.
I knew I
Hinge
shouldn't have
just-
put that EMP up.
Hinge just recommended me a lesbian Catholic.
What?
She's 38.
What are you talking about? This is hell.
I think this is one of the most wild episodes we've ever had.
Yeah, why do you think I'm doing other things?
We're all going schizophrenic. Yo.
This went on for some time, until one day, the monkeys who actually knew the technique hit critical mass. And bingo! The technique started spreading faster than it did before. Monkeys started learning it really easily across all of the Japanese islands nearby, as well as on the mainland. They knew that there had to be something that wasn't yet understood about how a species is connected to itself. So, what did we do? We tried it on humans. A research team made a picture out of human faces. About 100 faces hidden within a single picture, but at first glance, you could only see about 6 or 7. They did several surveys with a few hundred people in Australia and said, alright, find the faces. Most people could only pick out 6, 7, 8, 9 or so, not many more. After that, the research team went to Britain and aired the picture on a closed cable BBC special that was shown only in England. They showed where all of the faces were, every last one. Half of the research team, which stayed in Australia, did the experiment again with new subjects. And lo and behold, people were just naturally able to see more faces. After this experiment, they knew that something definitely connects us all, and the field of noetics is learning more about it daily. It's mass consciousness. In Lesson 11, I showed you the 3 levels of consciousness. Each of these levels have their own consciousness grids around the planet, and our...
I need it to be understood that what this guy just said is that they conducted they conducted one experiment with 2 groups, and the groups were different, so therefore our brains are all connected.
He didn't even account for controls, placebos. He didn't even. He didn't account. He could.
There are so many things not being accounted for.
See, this is why I prefer Terry Davis amounts of schizo. At least with Terry Davis amounts of schizo, I can admire the person. This guy right here, he gets
Terry Davis is the best kind of schizo. I think we can just all agree on that.
Why are we watching Terry Davis then? You can.
Next episode, we're gonna do some Terry Davis.
I'm not inviting Cole next episode.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. This video's making my balls hurt.
Can we also
Second
just
level grid is
appreciate
based
that
on
the
square-
scientific method was created by a Catholic priest?
I
and
know,
triangles.
right?
Many governments of the world,
Weren't
especially
all
the
of
Russian
them?
and US governments, were studying
No,
our
I'm saying the
grids back in the
scientific method
60s and
itself was.
Oh, yeah, of
The
course.
very concept of that, of how like
probably
scientific
earlier.
theory
When
can
mapping
be
out the
done
grid on the
was
planet,
created by
you
Catholic
find little military bases on many of the nodal points of the grid. There are tons of these bases way out in the middle of nowhere, like on little islands like Guam. This couldn't be a coincidence that these government powers place their bases right where the little spirals came.
Wow.
This couldn't possibly be a coincidence. This thing that can absolutely be a coincidence.
Purely coincidence, Goy.
Editor,
No.
every time I pause it and I'm silent for several minutes, please put up a GIF of someone taking their glasses off and putting their hands in their head in their hands.
Put the
Because that's what I'm
image of
doing.
Brendan Fraser crying.
Yeah, that, because that's what I'm
No.
doing. That's genuinely what I'm
we
doing.
can agree. I think we can agree. This video is not boring.
No, it's meant
This
to
is
linger.
true. This is
No, don't fucking don't respond to him.
I'm
It only
having-
encourages him.
Don't encourage me. Don't encourage me.
Came out of the grid.
Play-
They were trying to
play
take
the
control
damn
of the
video.
grid
Don't listen
because
to
of
That is
controlled
correct.
consciousness
I
will
should
control what we
discourage
think
you
and
more.
feel. Of course, there was another organization that had its hand in both of
should
these
also use
governments
reverse
and still do,
psychology on
and
it.
we will discuss them soon enough. This grid is visible through astral projection
Yo,
as well.
Cole, it would be so
13,000
terrible
years ago,
if
it began.
you
Thoth,
gave
Ra, and
me
Ara-
hundreds of dollars worth of Steam gift cards. That'd be horrible. Please don't do that.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
give me.
don't do that. Instead, send him what's it called? The other guy.
Tell you what, Oki. The first time I get a paycheck from this, I'll give you those cards, Oki.
Thank you
Send
so
him,
much. Editor, please make sure that is emphasized and noted, and make that into a clip to put that on the YouTube Shorts, so I can show that as soon as he gets a paycheck.
Don't do
Just
YouTube
from this,
shorts. It
though.
ruins
Just
your
specifically
YouTube
this.
channel.
Just specifically this, yeah.
forgot were to
From this
create a
exact
global
video,
complex
I
that
get
was
a
able to
picture.
build a
This exact
synthetic
video,
Christ
I
consciousness
get
grid over a 13,000-year time period.
funny.
The first thing they did was to fly to a place which is now called the Giza Plateau. But
Jewish
back then, it
helicopter.
was known as the land
just
of
said
Chem.
first paycheck.
It was also
so
a
you
rainforest
definitely
back
shouldn't
then
I
as
said
well,
first
not
paycheck
desert
from
like
this.
it is today. First, they
As soon as
created
you
a
get a
grid around the
job.
planet fourth dimensionally, and then began to construct it in the physical third dimension. They went to the male energetic axis of the Earth and constructed a complex which today is called the Solar Cross. These men
Actually, wait, hang on. He got that wrong. The male energy North Pole is actually my apartment complex. It's
Yeah,
actually
but it's
where
only
I
the
am.
times when I go in at night when he's sleeping and he doesn't
Wait a
know.
minute, wait a 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 minute.
Yeah, that is true.
male energetic axis of the Earth and constructed a complex which today is called the Solar Cross. These men were sixth-dimensional beings at that time and were living at a very high level of consciousness, so whatever they thought happened instantly. It was that simple. According to Thoth, he built the Great Pyramid, not the Egyptian king Cheops. Thoth says that it was built 200 years prior to the pole shift and built very quickly. These pyramids were aligned precisely with both Fibonacci and golden mean spirals emanating from out of the Solar Cross. Interestingly enough, Edgar Cayce also channeled that the pyramids were constructed in this time. The pyramids were also found to be built from the top down. The stones on top were placed first, which has baffled researchers ever since. Every time more is learned about the pyramids, we move further into dark on understanding how they were formed. If
No,
what
we
Thoth
don't.
says is true, well, that explains everything. From there, Thoth and friends constructed an entire network of temples and structures along this grid fourth dimensionally, placing them on nodes on the new synthetic Christ consciousness grid they were creating. All of them were made with Fibonacci or golden mean spirals, and all of them were mathematically referred back to the Solar Cross in Egypt through the Great Pyramid. The creation of all of the sacred sites on the planet were...
Mark,
Myself, yeah.
what is that image? What am I looking at, man?
no accident. It was a single consciousness that created them all, from Machu Picchu to Stonehenge to Zaghuan, you name it. There are a few exceptions, but most were created by a single awareness as part of a unity consciousness grid. Although the Great Pyramid was done all at once, many of these ancient structures of the world were made fourth dimensionally and slowly dropped in frequency until they manifested on the third dimension over a long period of time. Richard Hoagland's research brings this forward, but he wasn't the first either. They showed how one sacred site is extrapolated from another to another to another. A hot topic of discussion right now are ley lines. These are simply geometric relations between sacred sites. Archaeologists are now finding these huge connections between major spiritual sites on the globe, and now we know why they're connected. These sites had to be built physically so that the Christ consciousness grid could manifest. In a way, think of the physical sites as the wiring of a giant wireless electrical system, and then it needs about
Why wouldn't the
13,000 years
sites
of
look
continuous energy
identical?
flow for it to actually turn on. And just so that you're not left in suspense, yes, the grid was completed. It came to life and is now active, though not really used. Congratulations, Earth. We actually survived.
Wow.
Not only has Thoth told us this in person, but he's also written it
Man,
down.
I wish we didn't.
I think that's where the video should end right there. Is right here. End of the video.
We actually survived. Not only has Thoth told us this in person, but he's also written it down in the Emerald Tablets. These tablets were left in the Great Pyramid thousands of years ago. There are 12 tablets in total, formed from a substance created through alchemical transmutation. They are imperishable, resistant to all elements and corrosion. Their atomic structure is fixed in place, and no change can ever take place. In that respect, they violate the material laws of ionization.
Dude, genuinely,
These tablets share a
what
great
even the
wisdom,
fuck?
and you can read them at over 100 different levels of consciousness, and you will
Talking
always
about the
understand them
Emerald
differently.
Tablets,
If you're interested in
clearly.
this stuff, you should definitely consider reading them. As you can probably tell, Thoth plays a pretty large role in what happened. Most of this information comes from him.
Yeah.
Thoth also provided most of this information about the flower of life and its geometric relationship to consciousness with us.
Oh, we're
And this
gonna
stuff is tied intimately to the geometry of the universe. Considering the quality and quantity of information
So
that he has shared,
if you were
it
able
makes
to
you
go
really
back
start
in
considering
time,
that
would you
this next part
destroy
can be true.
Pythagoras and thus making sure geometry doesn't exist?
Yes, but that would be for a different reason.
For a different reason?
Wait.
It's because he doesn't like numbers on math or something.
It's because Coffee likes math.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
True. The Great
Editor, cut that out.
Alrighty then.
Editor, cut that back.
Pyramid has a legendary missing capstone. According to the Emerald Tablets, deep under the Great Pyramid there's a room called the Hall of Records. This
Editor,
room was
put
not built by
fine,
Thoth and long
fine
predates the
kid or
Atlantean
something.
civilization.
Wait,
Editor, please.
Editor, put Bin Laden right here.
Put a different video game playing right now.
No, editor, put Bin Laden right here, editor.
Editor, put Saddam Hussein there, yeah.
Oh, is it Saddam?
Okay.
My bad.
Yeah, it was.
Whatever, whatever fucker, put him in there.
Called the Hall of Records. This room was not built by Thoth and long predates the Atlantean civilization. Within the Hall of Records is the capstone of the pyramid, which is 5.5 inches high, solid gold, and completely holographic image of the Great Pyramid. It has all of the little rooms and everything. However, this leaves us with a 24 square foot piece of the Great Pyramid that's missing. If what Thoth says is true, that missing piece actually belongs to a very special airship that exists on Earth. And the way to the airship is through the Sphinx. The Sphinx, according to Thoth, is not...
Oh, my head.
12,000 years old,
is
but
true.
dates back over 5.5 million years on Earth. Deep under the Sphinx, about 1 mile down, is a round room with a flat floor and flat ceiling. Inside this room is the oldest synthetic object on Earth. The object is about 2 city blocks in size. It's round like a disc and has a flat bottom and top. It is also only about 3 atoms thick, except for a pattern on the top and bottom which looks like
Hussein's
this.
persona
This pattern
there.
is 5 atoms thick. Thoth says that it's powered by consciousness, thoughts, and feelings, and connects with your own living Merkaba, which means that it becomes an extension of you and your own energy fields. The ship is also intimately connected with the spirit of the Earth, and is the protector for the whole planet. Thoth built the pyramid the way he did to fit with the ship. When on top of the Great Pyramid, he creates this image from above. The disc ship has a circumference equal to the perimeter of the Great Pyramid. As we discussed in Lesson 11, whenever that ratio appears, life occurs. This ship can only be used by the purest of souls. See, whenever we approach the point in the precession of the equinox where our poles do these shifts, we become very vulnerable. Things often degenerate, and while things become chaotic, there are often other species who wish to take us over. This has always happened, not just with us, but with all evolving consciousness. Every time a takeover seems imminent, a very pure person will find their way to the ship and raise it into the air. The Earth and Sun will connect with that person and give him or her great power. Then, whatever that person thinks and feels will happen. And think about it. If consciousness is the primary core component of the entire planet, does it not make sense that it would have its own defense mechanism? This defense is an airship that plugs into the Earth and the Sun, allowing the Earth to have protection.
An airship.
You couldn't just say God. It would be too easy to say, oh, God protects you. God does this for you. God, no. We have to make it into shape.
It's an airship. It's a Zeppelin.
Yeah.
It's a Zeppelin. It's the Hindenburg.
It's Firelord Ozai.
Our takeover event actually already happened, the same year the Christ grid was activated. The year was 1989, and we were having some troubles with the Greys, a race of ETs who were slowly plotting takeover due to a previous scuffle we were having. A very pure woman in Peru made the ascension process into the Christ consciousness grid and found the ship. She tuned it to the frequency of the 4th dimension, where she raised it through the Earth and into the air, and manifested a situation for the Greys to leave. Within a very short time, the Greys began getting sick, and remained sick for as long as they stayed here. They have been forced to leave for now, and we are once again safe. The ship is...
He's just not going to mention the Miko. Okay.
It's a warship in that whatever race is trying to take over, the person will just think them away. Think up a situation and force them to leave. Returning to the events on Atlantis, after completing the complex in Egypt, Thoth and pals returned to Atlantis, where they waited for about 200 years until that critical point on the precession of the equinox where the poles would shift. They knew that Atlantis would sink, and they would be ready.
Previously on Thoth and Pals.
Holy shit! Thoth.
I can't. I can't. I can't fucking. I just can't, man.
I'm sorry. I'm calling this on account of me going to cringe.
Don't be a Debbie Downer, Cal.
Fuck, man. If you ever show me another video like this, I'm really contemplating putting myself in the crazy house.
I know a general location of where you live, Cole. I will tactically strike your area.
Poles are shifting.
This is the kind of video that makes me want to go.
What's wrong with your eyes? I don't know.
When Thoth first saw signs of the polar shift, they returned to the land of Chem and raised the warship into the sky. They went to Atlantis and picked...
Okay, if we ever watch one of those guys' videos again, okay, I just want to be very clear. The only way I will do that is if we watch the whole video on mute and guess at what's happening.
Yes.
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that.
Except the Nakals. The Nakals weren't just passengers though, and each and every being was working in unity to create a very powerful Merkaba around themselves and the ship. They returned to the Great Pyramid and landed the ship on top.
This is what we're doing the rest of the episode. Is this. This is what's happening. This is so much funnier. This is so much funnier.
Put the audio back on for this one. We gotta know
Went
what's
into
going
the
on.
Great Void, the 3.5 days of absolute blackness described by many ancient
Also,
cultures in the
apparently
world.
there's fireworks
The
going
Emerald
off in the
tablets say that
background.
whenever we go through a polar shift, we go through a void space as we
Okay,
change our
cool.
frequencies for about 3.5 days. This is also in the Troano document depicted by 3.5 stones painted black. This refers to a time when we go through what science calls the electromagnetic null zone. During the pole shift,
Yeah,
a
science
phenomenon
definitely
takes
calls
place
it
where
that.
everything just seems to disappear for a certain time.
course,
Usually
it's
it's
so
between
clear.
2 to 4
How
days,
could I have been so
and the last
stupid?
time it was 3.5 days. Here's where it gets interesting. What happens to us does not usually happen to a normal species, because most advanced species will have their Merkabas handy at the time of the shift. We didn't, due to our little crisis, and we got sucked into the void space without protection. This resulted in us losing our memories. Science realizes that all of our memories are connected through cells in our brains as well as fields around our heads. What is not entirely
Spanish,
understood by
you
science
don't-
yet,
you don't
at least
wanna
not
be here for
directly,
this, man.
is the
Spanish,
connection
go
our memories
off.
have with the
Leave
planet
the
itself.
country.
We've discussed this before. The
Spanish.
magnetics of the Earth
This is
affect
you're
our body
learning
dynamics.
about truth.
The
You're learning
Merkaba
about
is the
reality
magnetic
right
field
now.
that you
This is me with my my esoteric Jewish
Jew
powers.
knowledge. You have the
Granted-
Jew knowledge.
Yeah, granted to me by my years of Mossad psyop.
Can I just say? Can we crowdfund Rabbi Shmuley to do a Talmud in a year? Kind of like how Father Mike Smith did a Bible in a year.
Yeah. Rabbi, spirit science speaks with a rabbi. I'd watch that.
I mean, he should team up with Rabbi Shmuley.
create around your
sound
body
like,
that
to
can
sound
serve
like a
as
butt
protection
plug
from
with
void
it,
as you're
right?
consciously going through it. What happened to us when we didn't have that protection? It was a clean wipe. When we existed on Atlantis, we were living at a very high level of consciousness in a higher dimension. We had extremely advanced and sophisticated bodies and minds, and were capable of practically anything, living in a dimension where molecules were spaced so far apart that consciousness could interact with them without physically moving. It's hard to explain because you can literally shape your environment immediately through your consciousness in these higher frequencies.
Holy crap!
In that sense, we were created.
This is the plot to Avatar: The Airbender.
No, it's more like Impossible Landscapes, the King in Yellow type shit.
Creators,
Yes,
knowing
if
and
you
understanding
think
oneness,
about it,
beings of
Mind
love.
me, Lovecraftian while watching this.
If you think about it really hard, you can
Yes.
you can blow up a tree or something.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
then we
there's
fell.
been many a day
We
that
dropped back
these
down to this
things are
place
very
called the
hard,
third
and I just
dimension.
said,
We
"Oh,
also
I
fell in
forgot."
consciousness back to zero. We forgot how to use the pineal gland, and it slowly shrunk to the size it is now.
Oh, it's always
like
the
a
fucking
raisin,
pineal gland with
where
these
it's supposed
people.
to be eyeball size. When this
Always
happened,
is.
we forgot how to breathe source energy into our bodies, and our lifespans went kaput. Eventually, we went from 900 years to what it is today. We had not experienced this
Good,
dense
I don't wanna
reality
live
that we had
900
before,
years.
at least
I
for a
wanna
very long
die.
time. We were kind of like a supercomputer that gets
As
completely
soon
wiped.
as
No operating system
possible.
or anything. We had these advanced physical bodies, but we didn't know how to use them. No operating system or anything. We had these advanced physical
Literally me.
Yeah.
bodies, but we didn't know how to
You're
use
literally
them.
spirit science?
This is why
No,
today
shut
we
up.
are so physically advanced compared to pretty much all the other animals in this third dimension. For a time, the survivors of the Atlantean fall, and there were a few, were literally hairy barbarians.
Bear.
We even had to rediscover fire. The reason we're having such a hard time finding evidence of Atlantis is because for the most part, the events of Atlantis took place on a much higher dimension than our physical Earth exists on right now. Everything I've drawn of Atlantis can't be taken as that's what it looked like, because it didn't.
Why
This
is there a
landmass did
penis on
physically exist,
screen?
but the Atlanteans were not inhabiting that dimension of its
Why is
existence.
there not a
If
penis
the
on
warship
all
hadn't
others?
been protected
Wait
by
a
the
minute.
Merkaba, Atlanteans
The
were not.
Jewcopter! The Jewcopter!
Does
Okay. Look. Look.
Oh yeah, look at it. Oh, there it is. There it is. All the time.
With the Rabbi,
Every
with
day.
Rabbi Shmuley, Ben Shapiro, and Netanyahu.
Netanyahu, my guy. Put the cup down.
Like a
I am
hyper.
drunk. I will not go down.
I need a Hyperborea edit of like
Utopia.
Rabbi Shmuel and Ben.
Zootopia.
What the hell
Yeah.
is happening to your microphone?
Forget Zootopia. Imagine it's Zootopia. Imagine it's Zootopia.
He's going into
Invisible
the-
animals. It's all Jews.
Damn.
First words I hear as I pop into the chat is, "I'm too drunk for this."
I am.
That should give you a good example of what's going on.
Yeah.
Watching Spirit Science, by the way. You're watching
Our
a
mental
full
faculties are at a
hour-long
low
Spirit
dude.
Science video.
Oh joy!
No,
Sadly,
it's
I
not.
can't
Not
join-
even
I can't join
sarcastically,
you
John.
Yes, please go
I can't-
run, please.
Yeah, I can't join you guys for
Stay,
tonight.
no,
Sorry to
stay.
say.
You gotta for spirit science.
we only got about like
Trying to say that
20
you're
minutes
not
left.
going to join
We have to.
us. Thank
We
you.
have to.
No, I'm not.
We have to
You're
defeat
handsome.
the Martians. Are the Martians bad? I think. Or are they the bad guys? I think they're the bad guys.
Also, I have to
considering
leave
that
at
I'm-
like 10:30, which is like in about like under an hour, so we should probably make some more
No,
We
progress.
should start
considering that
playing. Yeah, we should just
Yeah,
stop
I-
pausing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
just
can pause
live
every 2
react.
seconds.
Inhabiting
Just
that
go.
dimension.
Given that I'm literally
They
writing a
retain their
movie
memories.
script
If the warship hadn't been
about bad
protected
guy
by the
Martians,
Merkaba,
I'd
the
say
Nicals
yes,
would
they
have
are.
lost their memories.
There you go.
So,
They retained their memories
anyways,
when the Earth came
you
out
guys
of the
have
void
fun.
and began their work once
Love you,
more.
buddy.
Thoth
Yeah.
and
I mean,
1/3
at
of the
least I
Nicals
will.
went to the island of the sun in Bolivia.
Yeah, I
Erika,
keep
don't know
pausing
what
it because
instead,
we're
and
not
Ra
loud
and the
enough
remaining
to
third
talk
went to
over the
Egypt, where
fucking
they
video.
waited.
I can turn it down a little bit
Now,
though.
we're going to begin bridging the gaps between this story and our current history.
I'll
In
be
between the fall
louder.
of Atlantis and the dawn of our first civilizations,
No,
who
that's
were
not
the
what I'm asking
Egyptians
Okay,
for.
and
yeah, fall of
Sumerians.
Atlantis.
There was a
Okay, I'm
6,500
Yeah,
bugging
get out of
out
here, John. You don't want to be
guys
here,
are-
bud.
I'm not-
To us in that
I'm not
time.
having another
We have to
historian
remember
crash
this
out
is
here.
This is where we
Hyperwar
find
next.
consciousness,
Say.
point C. And this was our falling
No.
asleep phase too. Thoth,
Have
Ra,
fun.
and the
I
Ascended
really
Masters
want
were
to
know
waiting
is
until
how
point D.
can I get
They
my
had to wait for
intergalactic
humans to just
Jew
evolve
void?
themselves
That's all I
over a
want.
6,500 year time period until they were advanced enough to actually receive this new information that they were going to provide.
Also,
Sometime
every
in here
time
was when the
Mark
flood of
changes
Noah
his profile
occurred.
pic,
Because
he,
of the pole
he
shift, the
levels
Earth
up
went through
his
an ice age.
consciousness.
This is scientific fact. When the ice melted, it would
Now
have caused
I'm a
massive flooding.
15-year-old girl.
DNA is the physical manifestation of
Oh.
who you are. It is your soul in
No.
a physical aspect. What we are seeing in DNA is changes in the codons. There's 64 possible codons in DNA, and humans only have about 22 or so. What we're finding is that there are 6 more codons being activated within these children, and they are choosing 2 of the 6. These kids are what we call indigo and crystal children, and probably the super psychics as well. Now, this is a chromosome. Basically, what this is lots and lots of DNA wrapped into this weird H-like shape. This is located in every cell and is part of your body.
Is he actually explaining DNA
What
to
Thoth
us right
tells
now?
us is that every level of
Yes,
consciousness seen here
and there's
not
the
only has its own
Mandalorians
consciousness
that
grid,
make
but its
you use
chromosome
the
change as
Force.
well.
Oh my
The
gosh,
second
you're
level,
right.
where
He
we are
is
now,
explaining
has 44 and 2
midichlorians.
chromosomes. To any scientist, this is basic biology.
Powerhouse.
The first
Holy
level, however,
shit.
has 42 and 2, and this third level has 46 and 2.
Wait,
Fourth,
this video is
48
far
and
more
2, and 50 and
enjoyable if
2
I imagine
respectively.
that this is some
The
crazy
primary
Jedi.
physically visible difference between these DNA
He's talking about how
and
big
life
Star
is
Wars
height.
real.
The
That's
first
what
level
he's
has
doing.
an average height of
He's
4 to 6 feet
explaining
tall.
the
The
extended
second level,
universe.
us, has an average height of 5 to 7 feet. Third are about 10 to 16 feet, which we are about to translate to. Fourth is 30 to 35 feet, and the last is 50 to 60. You may remember a being named Metatron, the Hebrew archangel, who is the perfection of what humanity is to become.
What?
He's 55 feet tall, that guy. The last 2 heights are far in the distant future for us, though. This is a place in Egypt today called Abu Simbel. The first thing you notice is that these statues are huge.
Get off that guy's lap.
But with the information about the DNA, this paints a different picture. These beings would be in the 60-foot range if they were to stand. They were at the 5th level of consciousness. These beings on a different wall are 35 feet tall. 4th level of consciousness. Here are some 3rd levels as well.
This is the Nephilim.
Archaeologists saw this and
Talking
thought that it
about
meant that the
David
man was just much
and
more important than
Goliath.
the woman, when in actuality, the kings of
don't
Egypt
have
had
enough
5 different
alcohol.
names, one
This
for every
entire
level of
bottle is
consciousness.
not enough.
Some of the
The
kings were
entire
even able to
bottle is
translate
not
into different
enough
dimensions,
alcohol.
and that's how they guided the population
need
with the
more.
power of the gods.
Give me
No.
crack.
In Egypt, according to
Editor,
today's top
make me
archaeologists and
snort
researchers,
crack
the
right
Egyptians
now.
and Sumerians both
No.
began their civilizations right around the same time from each other, within a few hundred years or so. Both of these civilizations emerged out
They
of
need to
nowhere with
understand
perfect
it.
writing abilities that were not
No.
improved upon since.
The crack
When they
isn't
first
gonna help,
emerged,
man.
They were extremely sophisticated and clear, and slowly degenerated over generations. No archaeologist can explain how this happened or explain
Why
how
you got a
it could have
cowboy hat
happened.
on?
They placed Egypt and Sumer into a special classification called stair-step evolution.
It's
What happened
going.
was,
Why
one day,
she has
Egypt
the
got its
way
language,
hair?
full and complete. Then the knowledge leveled off. And then it got another massive leap a little while later. Then suddenly, they knew everything about water and moat systems just perfect. Then, a little time later, bam, they're masters of hydraulics. How did Egypt and Sumer do this? Well, this is what Thoth said.
Are you fucking
When we were evolving
retarded?
on our own for 6,500
Yes.
years,
Yeah.
Ross and the Ascended Masters were waiting in an underground city beneath the Great Pyramid. We'll come back to this in a bit.
About 40
Thoth's
minutes.
son Tat formed a group called
Yeah,
the
the
Tat
40
Brotherhood,
minutes
which is a
should be
secret
enough
group
to
that still exists
to
today as
decide that
protectors and
he's a
keepers of the
retard.
sacred temples.
Wow, I was right. Look at
Today,
that.
they're still connected to the Ascended Masters. So about 6,000 years ago, some members of the Tat Brotherhood would wait until they would meet someone who could understand what they were going to teach them. When they found someone, they would just
I
tune their
still
frequencies
prefer
to the
Jack
third dimension
Chick
and walk out and tell them
over
information.
Yeah,
Spirit
Jack
Schizo.
Chick
They said,
Schizo is
hey,
funnier.
if you do this and this, this
Yeah.
happens. The Egyptians would say,
Plus, we get
wow,
to
look at
voice
that.
over that as well.
Then they would go
That
underground.
is true.
and
That
they
was
would
really
go
fun.
and
Yeah,
repeat
the
the
funny
process.
voices.
I'm gonna watch
Redeem
that video
Zoomer's,
again later.
Egyptian
Redeem
and
Zoomer's
Sumerian
really
evolution
funny
shot
when
up
I
in
can
stair steps.
drink and crash out.
As for the Sumerians, they also received
Probably
Yes,
not
messages
gonna
from
too
those
bad
who
you're-
were assisting them.
Too
They
bad
described
you're
to the
going
Sumerians
dry
all of
now,
the details
so-
they remembered.
Yeah,
They
same.
said, this is the history of the planet.
Except
I'm
on
really only giving
Sundays.
myself an
Sumerians knew
alcohol
about the
allowance
precession
for
of the
like
equinox
game
because they were
nights and
told it by the
basically
Nicols
nothing
from
else.
Atlantis.
Except
After the
on
stair step period, we
Sundays.
began to fall asleep further.
Wait a minute. Why does that curve look like a Democrat voting curve?
Jack.
Got
It'd
worse
be
once
very
again.
funny
It
if
was our
Redeem
falling
Zoomer's
stars
channel
of the
just
procession.
completely
Although the Nicols had
crashes
given us a
because
boost, we were
you
consciously
are the
dozing off.
full. You're the
On
whole
that
thing
day,
keeping
we
it up
were
together.
Yeah, you stop watching
because
Redeem
there's very little
Zoomer and
proof
his
for what I'm
channel
about to say.
dies.
For over 40 years, Drunvalo Melchizedek has been studying human consciousness through sacred geometry and spiritual teachers and
It's
masters
actually
all
so
over the
real,
world.
though.
In 1996,
By
he
the
was
way, someone
contacted by a
who's
source in
not
Egypt who
giving
said
up,
that
can
something
someone who's
incredible
not
had been
giving up Twitter
discovered.
for Lent,
A stone stele
just
came
give
out of the
me
ground
Redeem
between the
Zoomer's
paws of the
posted
Sphinx
replies.
into the
I got you,
daylight.
buddy.
They removed it and dug into the earth beneath
No,
the
just
Sphinx.
go back a
There they
little.
found a room with
I
3
need to
tons
say
I
that
need you to be
city
my link, my source for Redeem Zoomer Twitter.
pyramid. Keep an open mind about this because there is very little proof for what I'm about to say. For over 40 years, Drunvalo Melchizedek...
Okay,
Oh no!
yeah.
Why does this guy look like a Reddit copy pasta villain? He looks like a creepypasta. He looks like a creepypasta.
Analog core at its finest.
It's incredible.
I think the face is worse than the one I have a profile
Oh no!
picture
Oh no!
right now.
Hang on, I'm gonna while this plays, I'm gonna
Spoilers, he
edit
becomes
it.
the bad guy at the end.
Melchizedek has been studying human consciousness through sacred geometry and spiritual teachers and masters all over the world. In 1996,
This is
he was
reminding
contacted
me
by a
of the
source
guy,
in
like
Egypt
the
who said that
Ohio
something
man
incredible
who
had
got,
been
like,
discovered.
raped by
A
a
stone
guy who
stele
looked like
came out of the
that.
ground between the paws of the Sphinx into the daylight. They removed it and dug into the earth beneath the
Like
Sphinx.
that weird
There they
guy
found a
got
room
weird
with 3 tunnels
Ohio
leading off of
fetish
it. One of the
copy
tunnels,
pasta.
which went to the Great Pyramid, had another tunnel coming off it, and it was shielded by a wall of light. Bullets could not pass through this field, and people could not even get close to it without feeling like they're going to die. The Egyptian government found a particular person who could turn off this field. They also had brought in Paramount Studios to film it, as they had filmed the opening of King Tut's church. They had a good relationship with Egypt. The government wanted several $1 million from Paramount, but at the last minute they asked for an extra $1.5 million under the table. Paramount was outraged, and they backed off. Things were silent for about 3 months. Then, Drunvalo heard from a source again, who was involved in all this, who said that 3 men shut off the light field and went inside. They found themselves inside a very large building that went on for miles underground, which was really the edge of a giant underground city, which was really just one giant
More
building.
penises,
Then, a little
thank
while
you.
later, an Egyptian archaeologist named Larry Hunter began describing the same thing, but more
Uh,
detailed.
Mark
He
loves
said that the
penises.
city was
That
6.5 by 8 miles
Yeah.
wide and 12 stories deep,
Tired of this guy
and the city was
actually.
outlined by specific temples in Egypt. The 3 pyramids are lined up with Orion's belt, but there are also small temples for every other star in the constellation. Those temples map out the city underground and are made out of a special stone not found anywhere else in Egypt called Koinen stone. Incredibly enough, very recently,
Stone.
ancient tunnels were found in
The
Romania
Jew
that led to both
favorite
Egypt and the inner Earth. Now, I don't have time to go into detail about this particular story, but if you want, check out the book Transylvanian Sunrise by Radu Cinema.
Sounds like a
To be
weird
clear,
strain
this is a
of
theory that has
weed.
not been accepted by the
Why
Egyptian government. But the underground
Transylvanian
city that
with
Toth said was
Egypt?
there is, according to Mr. Hunter, marked by temples made of a unique substance, and the temples match the star pattern of the constellation of Orion. 4,000 years after the stair-step evolution, we were at our lowest stage of our evolution. We were hitting bottom on the awareness road. Suddenly, out of the darkness, 3 men came to Earth.
Oh, I think we should be burning more of them now. Oh no.
Everything in ancient Egypt
Oh
was
no, we're at the
synthetic.
Jesus
They
part.
had this entire civilization based around achieving heightened states of consciousness, but they had to do it through tools. Now, we're not going to look at each of these tools individually, but let me give you a brief overview here. This tool was used for transferring vibrations into the body. Along with that were the hook and flail. This little device was a kind of generator to increase vibrations, though there's not too much information available on it. This thing, however, was their most important tool, the Ankh. They saw the Ankh as the secret to eternal life, and they used it not as a physical tool, but as an energetic one. They would use this form and Ankh their sexual energy. Now, this could be a huge topic on its own.
Armchair
Energy travels
sexual.
up and down the body through a vertical
I do
tube
that all
between
the
5
time.
energy channels that
Is
counter-rotate
that a
as
man
they
with
extend
back
through the body.
boob?
But
Did he
basically,
transfer his boobs
sexual
to the
energy
back?
is an incredibly powerful energy. We definitely abuse it today. But what the Egyptians knew was that when you had an orgasm, a very large amount of energy burst from your root chakra all the way up your spine to the top of your head, and then it gets released. What the Egyptians would do was when the spiral of energy hit their heart chakra, they would onk the energy out of the back of their body and over their head and back into their body.
You know
Where
what?
they would keep
Screw
the
it.
energy
I'm
and retain a massive
gonna
energy
pray
boost.
the rosary
In other
tonight
words,
because this
if you
is
take
an
a
assault
tuning
on my
fork
mind,
and
and
I
I.
should be doing that
it will reverberate
regardless.
for a certain
No.
amount of time. Then, if you attach an ankh on top of
No,
it and
I
tap it in,
listen to
it will
the
reverberate
Bible
at
in the
least 30
day at
times
night.
longer. The Egyptians were doing this with their bodies.
What we should
Moving
do
on, when Atlantis was first born,
is
the Nepal set up something called a mystery school.
we should
This is the
we
special
should
type of
just
school where you learn about consciousness, and you learn different aspects of
do a
expanding your own
podcast where we
consciousness.
just read the
Eventually,
Bible.
there's a
We
place
should
where
at
you
least do a
become
couple
immortal.
group
It usually
prayers,
took a very
even
long
if it's
time
just
to
like an
achieve
Our
this
Father,
state,
Hail
and that's why there
Mary.
were
Okay,
only
editor.
about 1,000 Nakals.
Editor, when the creepypasta guy pops up, please put this image on the screen.
What image?
The one
Oh,
I just put in
boy.
the
The
side
image
chat.
image.
What image? This
Wait,
one?
it's not. Hang on,
That
it's not.
image.
It's not. Is it
Oh no,
sending?
that's you.
I'm
There we
too
go.
drunk to
It's
sell.
sending.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Please put that image on the
No,
screen.
what you should have done is no. The problem is that the light in his eye should be little Star of David's, not like.
Oh yeah, dude, you're so right. Hang on, let me fix it.
In comparison to the millions of Lemurians at the start of Atlantis, the first Atlantean to reach the immortal state was a man named Osiris. Ancient Egypt's mythology tells a story about Osiris, a man who was killed and cut up into pieces by his brother in an act of rage, and then the pieces were scattered. This event, perhaps less
Why is he
exaggerated
just
than
talking about
myths,
like normal
actually did
Egyptian
happen, and it took place
mythology?
on Atlantis.
What?
Osiris's wife and sister retrieved the pieces, and upon returning the final piece, they restored the creative energy flow and brought his spirit back into the body. Through doing this, Osiris became immortal, and he was the first immortal of Atlantis.
He's trying to shill for the
This
flower
story
of
is told
life
throughout
book yet
ancient Egypt
again.
on many temple walls, and I'm going to show you why. Osiris went through the 3 stages of consciousness. The first one was whole, the
Unfortunately,
second
that
was
book is
separated from
literally his
itself,
Bible.
included physically, and the third was whole again. The Nakals used Osiris's understanding of how he became immortal as a template for how others could do it as well, only through consciousness, without needing to be cut up, of course.
I'll never read it
This
because I have a
eventually became
rule
what we
about
would call the
not
religion
reading
of
occult
Atlantis,
books.
but it was more of a
Good.
deeper
Yeah, that's a
understanding that they were
good-
following.
that's a good
This
rule.
template was also used
I
in
get it.
Egypt,
What?
which we will look at now.
Dude, I just had a brilliant idea.
Through this stair-step evolution, we began to change from
April
the first level
Fools,
of
we should
consciousness
just like
into the
watch
second.
Father Mike
Before the
videos and we
fall,
don't
we
like
had
make any
incredible
comments or
memories.
anything.
There wasn't
We
this
don't make any
very
Maybe
jokes.
we could do
collection
that
we
for
have now,
Lent. For
but
Lent,
today we might
for
see it as
Lent,
a
we
full-tilt
only
3D
watch
holographic
wholesome
memory.
good videos.
After the fall, we
We
still
watch
had a
all
photo
some good
gallery
videos.
and could
I
share
won't be
this
here
experience
for
together, which
them,
is called
but
Dream Time. It is
you
what the
guys can
Aborigines
go
of
on, I
Australia still
guess.
have today.
Well, the 2
Through the
videos that we will
introduction
make.
of writing, however,
Oh,
we
yeah,
began to
online.
change from the first level of consciousness into the second. We lost our
No
incredible
rage
memories
bait,
and
just
became very
wholesome
separate
Father
from
Mike
each other and
Smiths and
ourselves.
other like Jimmy
Yeah,
Atkins.
the Pope said no rage
And
bait
if you
for
look at
Lent.
ancient Egyptian culture,
That's
it is
true. He
very
literally
Pope
said
did say no
that.
rage.
He literally
As well as
said
many
that.
things.
Yeah,
Now that we were in the
did,
second
he
level,
did.
over
So
time,
we're not
things
gonna do
began
any
to
rage
change,
bait
and a
at all
very
for
serious
that.
problem developed, which if it hadn't been solved,
Stop
it would have caused a
talking.
major
I'm gonna try to
catastrophe in our
not
own
watch
near
any
future.
Redeemed Zoomer or
Basically, in
anything for
Egypt,
Lent as
the
well.
Ascended
I'll
Masters
save all
had
the
used
Redeemed Zoomer
Osiris'
videos for
genetic
after
coding
Lent.
of changing chromosomes to show others the
Yeah,
path of
again, his
ascension.
channel will
They
collapse.
developed a system of
It
42
will.
and
He
three
will
gods,
see
with
a
lowercase
significant
g. They were
decline in
actually called
viewership
Neters.
after
Most
I
would
watched
recognize
the
this one.
final
His
video,
name was
the final
Anubis.
video for Lent.
There were 42 and 2 Neters who were representative of human chromosomes. Each one of them showed a specific pathway of life or human experience, and people would follow these understandings to learn more about their life or their own
It
reality.
sucks to know that I'm
The problem
hated. I'm the
developed when
biggest
both
fan,
Upper
and
Egypt
I'm
and Lower
hated
Egypt
for
became
being
more
his biggest
separated
fan.
from themselves, and the meanings of these
he
Neters were
blocks me
lost.
from
Over time,
everything.
the drawings of these Neters changed, and the meanings
Zoomers
changed
are
with them.
hero.
People had no idea what they meant.
He's definitely
And it
my
got
hero.
worse
Friends with
when the
him.
Egyptian
I just
king
wanna be
Menes
friends with
merged
him,
Upper
you
Egypt
know?
and Lower Egypt into a unified country. Menes also merged the belief systems, so now you had 88 gods that people were fighting over to decide who was really God. This was an issue.
I
because
told
now
you
they had
like
people
an
not
hour
knowing
ago
what to
you should
believe,
switch to water.
completely lost, separated from their understanding of their own divinity and God. Things became separated further. People fought over which gods were really gods. Today, we look back and say, wow, they thought there were so many gods, when really, this wasn't the case at all. Even with the help from the Tat Brotherhood, we just just couldn't get it right. There was one short period of Egyptian culture that most historians don't really understand. As it's written in ancient texts and hieroglyphs, for 17 and a half years there was a bizarre new ruler that completely changed how Egypt
Why are
was
you
run.
not kissing
And his
boy?
name was Akhenaten.
Wait.
Akhenaten was the first pharaoh, which meant that which you will become. He was also, believe it or not, 15 to 16 feet tall, at least that's how he was always depicted, and had an elongated skull.
Because he had statues made of him that were taller. That's a
Akhenaten
typical
abolished
thing.
all previous understandings of God and tried to instill a
No,
one-God understanding in
statue
everyone.
is made
After
one
17
for
years,
one.
the majority of Egyptians revolted and Akhenaten was killed, soon to be replaced by someone else, returning to the old system.
Also, he
What
was like the
actually
one
happened?
monotheist.
To correct
One
the problem,
monotheist.
Thoth got the help from Ai and Tia, who were the first immortals
Some-
from
I
Lemuria,
gotta give him some
and got them to
respect.
mate interdimensionally to conceive a Christ consciousness being. Thoth said that he worked with the previous kings of Egypt to help achieve this, and Egyptologists find that Akhenaten came completely out of nowhere. It took some time, and there was a transitional period involving Amenhotep III, but soon Akhenaten was on the throne. Akhenaten used his time
There's
to bring
like
Egypt back
genuine
to a simple
theories
religion
that,
where there was one God,
that the
one
pharaoh, the
reality.
monotheist
He used
pharaoh,
imagery of a
was
sun disk to
heavily
represent
inspired
this.
by some
The
Hebrew
priests in
stuff.
Egypt didn't like that because the religious beliefs were centered on the priests.
Editor, put this-
then he
put
comes
this on
along and
screen.
says, "You don't need priests. God is within you, and you can access God from within your own self." Well, they didn't like
believe any of
that.
this.
He also pulled the military back and said, "Don't attack unless someone
This is
else
just
attacks
his fan
first."
fiction.
The military didn't like him either. Plus, the people generally didn't like
Editor,
him
put it
because
on
they
the
enjoyed
screen like
worshipping their many
85
gods.
times.
Eventually, they disposed of him. After all that, what did Akhenaten do that evidently
Editor,
saved
cover the
humanity?
video with this image.
Well, he developed a mystery school with the intention of showing a small group of humans a way to ascend into the immortal state. Usually, it took hundreds of years to reach the level of immortality, and Akhenaten had 17 years to produce results. This was a very close call, but he did it. He actually showed 300 individuals the path to immortality in this short time. So after the general population disposed of Akhenaten, these 300 immortals would go beyond Egypt.
Wait, they were able to kill him, but he had the secrets
Thoth
of
wrote in the
immortality.
Emerald
But they were
Tablets
able
that
to kill
after
him?
ancient
Yeah,
Egypt
dude.
ended,
What kind of
he brought a
suck is
man
an
named
immortal, then?
Pythagoras into the Great Pyramid and taught him the geometry of the universe.
It was
That
all
man
part of the
then
plan,
went on
Cole.
to found
Back
Greece,
already?
which was
Yeah, there you go,
originally
Mark.
schools for teaching geometry and the Platonic fellows and all of that stuff. Thoth lived a lifetime here as well, where he was known as Hermes Trismegistus. Akhenaten's immortals became a group called the Essene Brotherhood. They first migrated to a place called Masada in Israel. Even
Recently
today, Masada
rediscovered
is
the
known
Dead
as
Sea
the
Scrolls.
capital of the
Does he
Essene
not even
Brotherhood.
know what the Dead Sea
Now
Scrolls
get this.
are? It's just
Probably not.
earlier
There were two
it's
people
like
in
earlier
particular,
manuscripts
a man and a
of
woman. You
scripture.
might have heard of them.
It
Mary
has
and
nothing
No.
new in it.
See, it was part of the Ascended Master's
Well,
plan that they would bring in a being who
The,
would show
the
them
only
how
thing
to
that
achieve
Dead,
Christ consciousness.
the most
He would
historically
come to Earth
relevant
as a
thing.
second-level
Pause
being,
for
Wait.
a
village
second.
and
Pause for a
achieve
second.
Christ.
Oh
The
no!
most
I hit the wrong
historically
button.
relevant
No,
thing
you
that-
put it on
No.
zero, you freak fuck!
It's right here.
Let me see. Okay, the most historically relevant thing the Dead Sea Scrolls did was confirm that yes, earlier Hebrew writing Jews believed and transferred the deuterocanonical texts from the Catholic Bible, which is like one of the big arguments the early Protestants had against deuterocanonicals was that they were only in Greek. Dead Sea Scrolls basically proved that no, they were also in Hebrew at one point, and that Hebrew-speaking peoples did actually use them.
Cole, I'm just waiting for the live Sea Scrolls, then I'll start paying attention.
Yeah. Like, he just I hate how many people just make shit up about the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's just because they hear a cool sounding word and they have like no concept of what it even is.
And a woman. You might have heard of them. Mary and Joseph?
I got a bad
See, it
feeling
was part
about
of the
this.
Ascended Master's plan that
Oh,
they
no,
would bring
now
in
we're
a
at
being
the Jesus
who would
part.
show the pathway to Christ consciousness. He would come to Earth as
What
a
a full
second level
screen.
being, a
What a
regular
full
human,
screen.
and achieve Christ consciousness through the course of his life. Then,
It's
the
showing your
ascension
comments
process,
in
the
the comment
transitional
section, but a
experience
full
from the
screen.
second to
I'm
third
reading
level
the comments,
was born
fuck
to the
you.
spirit that was still being formed. He was able to transition because he was originally from these higher levels.
This is just me
That man is known
Pause
today
it for a
as
second,
Jesus,
then.
although his name at
What? You can still see it, can you not?
No,
Yeah, but it's very
that's a pretty
tiny.
Jesus.
Oh my
Oh, it's like
that time was
Oh.
Yahshua ben Hur. If Yahshua had not shown up, we would not have had that ascension experience available to us today. None of us would be aware that these higher levels of understanding.
Wait, is he a
even existed, and we
Yeshua
would
guy?
destroy
Oh
ourselves.
no.
According to what Joseph wrote, Mary and Joseph mated interdimensionally. Mary could have been a virgin, physically, but she mated with Joseph in a way that would allow a soul from a higher reality to come down to earth. No!
He's a Gnostic, Cole! He's a fucking Gnostic!
Through Yahshua's work, he came here just like us, a total human being, but he went through these 3 important stages: final death, resurrection, and ascension, and gave us these experiences so that we could access them down the road. Now, as we all know, the story of Jesus has a missing piece. He was a child, disappeared for some time,
I'm going to title this video, Cole Tortures Us for an Hour.
Christ, the leading theories about where he went was actually out east to either the Himalayan or Tibetan mountains, where he became an enlightened guru.
I'm going to title this episode, Cole Hates Us.
If you remember from part 1, the Kundalini of the planet was residing in Tibet at that time. They were very spiritually adept people living there, and remain so today. Now, on the topic of Christ, there's something else I'd like to bring up. The Lord's Prayer. Today, we know this as the only prayer that Jesus taught. But did you know it's actually a geometric prayer meditation? A man named Bodhi McCoy spent over 20
title
years
it
working
Cole
with this
is
prayer
a
and analyzing it with
15-year-old
sacred
woman
geometry,
spiritually.
And has discovered some incredible synchronicities. In his book, Live the Promise, he explains how the original
This
prayer,
is true.
not the extended version, mind you, has 7 segments or thoughts, which align perfectly with the 7 chakras, as well as the 7 original branches of yoga.
No, it doesn't. That's just like arbitrary.
Have developed based on the Lord's Prayer, called heart dances. It's really quite incredible.
Based on the Lord's Prayer, I hate this. I hate this man so much.
If you wish to learn more, check out livethepromise.net.
Don't you
No,
find
I won't be
no,
doing
I'm
that.
not going to. There are
Editor, blur out that
there are
link.
multiple things with the number 7.
Understanding of God. Most evidence shows that
The
Christian
7
religion
chaos
came out
emeralds
of
are
Egyptian
also
religion.
connected.
7 chaos
Wait, what? He's Jack Chick?
He thinks
He's
that the
Jack
cross came from the Ankh and not the
Except for the
literal
Egyptians'
crucifix
understanding
of
of
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Most evidence shows that Christian religion
He's
came
Jack
out of
what?
Egyptian religion, and then later they went back
No,
and
we have a
discovered
very
Egyptian.
clear origin for the cross. I'm just gonna
Nah.
say that.
Around 300 AD, there was a council called the Council of Nicaea, which was the syndication between the Roman political and religious authorities.
They explain a lot.
Basically, the religious leaders and
What
political
explain
leaders realized that they could unite and impose more influence on the people and control society through their unity.
This feels very
It's
Jack
right
Chick
around
right
this
now.
time that we begin to see the manifestation of the New Testament, which was put together from scriptures and stories, some newer and some much older, which were renewed and superimposed on the life of Yahshua ben Hur, which today we know as Jesus of Nazareth. The term Christ actually stems back from much before the Bible. It comes from the word Christala,
Yep.
which is a word that derives from the original 7 core audible sounds of creation. When the creation of the universe occurred, the original tones were Ka, Ra, Ya,
crave
Sa,
death.
Ta, Ha, La. Christla actually was
Gnosticism and
broken
its
down on Earth
consequences
into
have
2
been a
words,
disaster for the
Christ,
human
which
race.
soon became Christ, and Hla, which became Allah, which were broken down and changed through oral tradition.
Oh, now he's bringing Islam into this.
The symbol
oh,
for
boy.
Atlantis was 3 rings inside of the other. The inside
Can
were
I
the
just
Nepals,
ask for
the
death?
middle ring were called
Is that-
Maya,
is that-
and
is
the
that
outer
a
ring were the
legitimate
Atlanteans.
thing?
Yeah,
The Maya's
you know
job was
what?
communicating the
Douchey,
messages
you
from
and
the
me
inner
murder
circle
suicide
out
after
to
this.
the regular people of Atlantis.
Good
When
help.
Atlantis sank, the Maya took their knowledge, a crystal skull with memories of Atlantis, and their calendar, and went out to what today is called the Yucatan Peninsula, birthplace of the Mayan civilization. Their calendar is the most advanced, detailed calendar on the planet, and it has its roots in Atlantis.
Editor, blur out the chat that I just opened.
Over the last few hundred years, human beings slowly monopolized the entire world into what it is now. Today, there are 13 families that are among the richest families in the world. They have their hands in next to every organization and government and control over 95% of the money. They control our modern world from the very tippy top. Today, we like to call them the Illuminati, except that's not really who they are.
Sorry.
Organization and
By the way,
government,
is
and
he
control
put
over
Catholics at
95%
the
of
top
the
of
money.
that? Does
They
he
control
not
our
know the
modern
Catholics' opinions
Okay,
on
wait.
masonry?
Okay, so the workers.
No. Masonry is a Catholic.
So hang on.
No.
It's the proletariat on the
Catholics
bottom.
have a very zero tolerance policy for
Have you
masonry
not
and
read your Jack
Illuminati
Chick,
shit.
Cole?
It's the proletariats on the bottom, the bourgeois next, then the military, then the Catholics, and then
Nobility which doesn't
royalty.
exist anymore.
Jack Chick. First off, Cole, the
Hey, Tom.
nobility still
Today,
exists.
we
It's
like to
called
call
Wall
them the
Street
Illuminati,
and
except
the
that's not
Chinese
really
Communist
who they are.
Party
The word Illuminati
You're
means
right on that,
enlightened ones,
unfortunately.
which was established long ago
Secondly-
as a secret society
Oh, no!
focused around expanding knowledge.
Oh, no,
through
Catholic
scientific
Church
and
created
spiritual
Islam,
understandings.
Masonry,
Secret societies
communism,
were not
and
originally
Nazism.
bad,
Did you
but
not
rather
remember
consisted of
our
those who just
video,
kind of got
the
it.
book?
They understood information that the average person at that time
Unfortunately, I
would not
probably
accept
could go
and
into some
demonize.
weird deep
These
Freemason
societies
lore
had
at
to be
some
kept a
point,
secret
but I'm
because
not
of the
gonna
control
do
that the
that
church
now.
had, and refuted against what they wanted to explore. This is where Freemasonry originally comes
yes,
from.
the church is
If you
the
do the
enemy.
research on the time periods, what probably happened was that the church, who had the
How
majority of the
original.
control at the time,
Much like
probably
how every
infiltrated some of these
JRPG is written.
organizations to make sure that they were not creating plans to expose information and destroy the world order that they had created. This led to the church exposing some of the
Buddhists.
societies as devil worship and blasphemous, and fear of these groups rose. Over time, many secret societies branched off by those who were
Average
corrupt or
base
previously
church
infiltrated
I'm
by the
back.
church, and gained more
Well, are
control
they?
over the church and large
Spirit
organizations
Science
that
is
were being
talking about
established.
Holy Mother
There's Redeemed
Church.
Zoomer!
There are
Guys,
these
there's
13
Redeemed
families
Zoomer!
around
That
the
was
world who
literally
pretty much
him.
own the world, with over 95% of the money
Missing the
and a
ceiling
lust for
fan.
greed, power, and control. More and more information has become present lately that many of these families may have DNA that is different than the rest of the
Yeah,
human
look at my
population.
profile photo.
It is speculated that they share DNA that was passed down from the Martian
Yes, the
race
Martians
or
do.
other species races. They contain no love or emotion and are completely
How
power-driven.
much have you guys learned about the origin
This brings
of
us to the end of the
humanity
human
I
history
hate
story for
this.
spirit science. But of course, it's not really the end. For one, we've only really scratched the surface of discussing many of these topics. Secret societies, for example, would take another 2 or 3 lessons to really get into. Plus, the human history story
please,
won't end
please
because
give me
we're
those
still living it.
videos.
And
No.
what happens next
Oh, please.
is
No more,
ultimately
no
up to
more,
you.
please.
I am not watching another one of
This
these.
story,
Absolutely
while seemingly
fucking
No, I
not.
get it.
unimaginable at
What
that
this
time
is
for
it,
ages,
Cole.
does
You have
explain a lot. Think about it. We've covered the Bermuda Triangle, the face on Mars.
We
Jesus,
managed to
what
stretch a
the
1 hour
Egyptians were
video
doing,
to
the rise of
3.5
Greece.
hours somehow.
Pretty much most
It wasn't
modern
3.5.
religions. The reason we popped up
No,
out of
it's,
nowhere
we're only
6,000
at 2
years ago.
hours.
We're
The
barely
start
at
of
2
evolution
hours.
of
2
those cultures,
hours?
and the story of Atlantis, which has been elusive to us at the best of times. It also explains the Great Pyramids and their connection
Including
to
all
all
the
of the
time
symbols
of
the
me,
Sumerian tablets, the Emerald
Oki,
tablets,
and
Lucifer,
Mark shooting the
and
shit
as for
for
the
a
Hebrews,
while.
if you read their Talmud,
We're
it
at
actually
2
seems
hours,
to
12
suggest
minutes.
that they're not from here.
Oh,
I'm
this is
not
going
going
to take
tell
me a
you to
while.
believe it, but it definitely puts some perspective on many questions and aspects about the world which we generally just don't have conclusive answers to. Take it with a grain of salt, though. After all, it is just a theory.
With a grain of salt, that person says the most insane shit.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not just gonna be a grain of salt, sweetheart.
I'm downing the whole salt container.
Yeah. A Carthage-sized mountain.
And this salt is going to be
salt.
exercise because I feel I need that after watching.
Okay,
this.
wait. Hang on a second. Let me just quickly do one of these. All right, viewers. I muted them. I deafened and muted them all. I hated every moment of this. And I want them to know that I hated every moment of it when they watch back this video after it's been edited by Jushi. Fuck all of you for making me watch this. I'm pissed. I hated every second of this. Okay, sorry, I just had to say something to the viewers really quick.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah,
Do you
sorry.
want me to apologize? For
No,
this?
no. I want to hurt you. I don't want your apologies, I want your suffering.
I mean, to be fair, I suffered in the last one because the last one was just kind of boring when we watched it. Then we went on rabbit holes of other things for a while, and we couldn't find anything interesting the last time. This was at least not boring. I'll
the
take
spirit
not
science
boring.
one?
No, like the last video we did on EHAG.
I
We
don't
just found
know
a
what
bunch
you're
of boring stuff, and it was
Oh.
like we ended up having to chalk it up as a failure. It was that episode you weren't there for, and also I was even worse that time. I was so much worse last time, and because you weren't there to like rein me in at all, I blamed you for.
Wait a minute. No, I don't want to be Cole's handler. Hang on a fucking second.
That is now your official duty, by the way. It's been decided. I was also sober for that one, and that made it. Apparently, I'm even worse when I'm sober.
I know.
I can't blame alcohol in anything because I'm worse when I'm sober. Drinking mellows me out.
Thanks everybody for watching. We're all gonna
Thank you
go
all.
kill ourselves, I think.
No, we can watch
I'm here for
like a short,
in the army.
random short videos or something.
No, that would be no, we're done.
That'll be all.
Remember, always wash your eyes with bleach and never ever listen to what the guy on the internet says.
And you won't see us next time.
Back from my cat barfing twice on my carpet. I
Oh.
have no idea what you guys are talking about.
I
think that's a good place to end
yeah,
it.
that's a great
Thanks,
place to
everyone.
stop. Yeah.